What's up? We're back. Shout out to Storey. Great segment as always. That guy is the GOAT. Makes my job so much easier. Makes me look so good. And actually, his hair makes me look bad because it's such nice hair. But either way, y'all love him. Can't wait to have him back on again next week. We have Ryan in here. Says Dalmatian 2. I'm down with that. Iron Throne, my boy Ruben, the guy that's going to have the biggest channel soon enough, the biggest fantasy football channel. Super happy again. Thank you, Ruben, for being you and invite me to the league. Ruben, am I up? Did I get my draft order selected yet? I know I had a couple people ahead of me. I've been streaming the last 3 hours-ish, so I don't know. I haven't looked at the Discord. So let me know if I am. I can give you my pick here. Mouth is in here. What's up? Downtown Sports in the house. We'll talk about that show in a little bit. First things first, we have to get in a draft here. So let's do 1:10 a.m. Central time. We're getting a Dalmatian 2. I'm just going to click it, get it up here. Almost maxed out. We're going to probably max this thing out tonight. It's almost finished. That is a tournament. But let me know who's drafting. Give me a thumbs up. 1:10 a.m. Central. I almost said Eastern. 1:10 a.m. Central. We'll join this fucker. So about a minute and a half. I do have to grab a beer, but I don't want to miss the draft. It's 1:09, so less than a minute, guys. NFL is 18 days away. I didn't get a chance to check out the preseason games. Oh, this is a Dalmatian 2. We don't want to do that. My bad. The little Dalmatian. Dalmatian 4. Ryan, you almost got me there. I actually don't have enough in my account for that, so it wouldn't have worked. This is the little Dalmatian 4 we're doing. First draft. Yeah, I didn't know that. I'm drunk, so my bad. This one's about to be finished. I don't have enough in my account for the $100 entry. It wouldn't have worked anyway. So we're like 20 seconds away, guys. 1:10 a.m. Central Time. Hop in here and draft with us. Almost there. I'm just going to click. There it is. Hit it. Hit it. Ooh, the color scheme. Hopefully there wasn't some underflow there. I was one of the first ones in here. Hit it pretty quick. I kind of like the green or the yellow colors there. That's kind of cool. One cool thing we've seen. How's everyone doing tonight? It is Friday night. It is a Friday fun night, I guess you'd call it. It doesn't really rhyme, but second pick here. Sploosh at 1, Montana at 3 between these two guys. Mouth at 6. We have Milkers, Ryan at 12. So, Ryan, you're away from the crowd here, so that must feel pretty good. Also, the 12 spots, pretty damn elite. Pretty good spots. Ruben, are you still in here? Can you let me know if I am up? I don't want to hold up anything. The Dalmatian deposit. All right, let me get the phone up and ready to draft from. I hate this new logo business. It's silly. Maybe Sploosh goes Bijan. Maybe he goes Bijan. Max missed it. Sorry, buddy. Yeah, it does. It moves slow on my PC as well. So, guys, hit the like button. We are 2 subs away. He takes St. Brown. Wow. Take a Gibbs share at 2. This is a Dalmatian, so people are going to do some funky stuff. We are 2 subs away from 3,100 subs. We hit 3,000 about 3 weeks ago, so 100 subs in 3 weeks, not too bad. I feel like with the volume I'm putting out of 3 to 4 hours, sometimes 5 hours a night, should have more, but can't be picky, man. That is a good call from McCall. If anything, like BBM, I don't want to draft against you guys. I don't want to draft with you guys. You guys are sharp. It lowers our chance, right? It definitely does lower our chance. Jamar Chase at 4. Obviously, that's going to happen when St. Brown goes at 1. JT, Mouth with JSN at 6. There goes McCaffrey. I do have a poll question up today about Alec Pierce. So answer that one if you could. I have quite a bit of Alec Pierce shares. And I'm going to be taking a lot of them in redraft. My bench receiver. I don't care. That's the kind of bench receiver I want on my team. A guy that's, when he's playing, now there's still some lingering issues with the ankle potentially, but that's going to be a wide receiver 3, I think, at minimum. So I dig Alec Pierce, man. Hopefully he's back like week 3. I think would be like the latter stages of this. There goes Genty at 11. Kenneth Walker to Mike, the Dirty Milkers. Shout out to Mike. Shout out to Mike. My boy. There goes Hampton. After I make this turn pick, I'm going to grab a drink. But you see the Milkers on there. Ryan Milkers. Appreciate you. Guys, this is the last day. I pushed it back one more day. Tonight was the one-year anniversary of the first stream. 5 years on the channel, but 1 year anniversary of the first stream. So if you want to be, if you're thinking about joining, to be an OG there's a lot of perks that come along with that. So you can still join later. No big deal. You just won't be considered an OG. Maybe I'll find a way after the first year. If you stay in for a year, you can get OG status. But I want to give the guys that have been in here for a long time the special privileges, like the best privileges, and as much as I can do for them, which is essentially grandfather them in to the price that they're in for life, and a couple other things as well. But you still get a lot of shit if you're not an OG, obviously. I still will give everyone the full time in the Discord and, start sit stuff, trade stuff, anything. I'm available for you guys. But yeah, you can still be on the show. Merchandise is free. Community fantasy leagues, Discord community, which is the place to be. And if you're going to do it, thank you, Ryan. Ryan's in there. He just joined, like I said. So if you join, use the code 50% off. Ryan actually didn't even do that. I offered to give him his $5 back, but he's such a stand-up guy. He said, don't worry about it. I appreciate him for just everything he's done. He seems like a great dude. It's not just like getting people in there. I want to get good people in there. So this is pretty easily going to be Nico Collins. As much as I want to go with Neighbors, we'll take Nico here with the injury, and I think he should not fall to 23. And we got really good options at receiver. Really good options at receiver. Nothing at running back. Obviously not Josh Allen time. So we'll see what happens here. Again, if you are interested, this is the time to join. The 50% off for sure. And then you mix that with being an OG. You get up there with all the big dogs. And forever grateful to all of you guys. We'll see what Sploosh does. Sploosh is going a little contrarian here, which I like in a $1 draft. Sploosh is a pretty sharp dude. He's got something cooking. He's got something cooking in the oven. There goes Neighbors. Good pick. We're just going to take Chris Olave. Same buy as Nico. No big deal. I'm going to hit you guys with a clip real quick, and then I'll be back. I got to get a beverage, just like Charlie.
Oh, my God. This place is amazing.
Right.
All right. And the sunblock drink? Nice, guys.
They're really good. They're really good.
Yeah.
Thing is, I didn't make you one.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Charlie, you're drinking sunblock. It's good. It gets you all. Yeah, you're ingesting viscous chemicals, and they're getting you hot. It doesn't matter.
I want some viscous chemicals, dude. I want some chemicals. We got little PBR action going on tonight, which is not my chugger. My chugger is Busch Light, but I do like PBR. We got T. Higgins off the board, Kyron, Javonte. Man, Storey really hates Javonte Williams. That was intense. Having Javonte at 23, dude, is fucking crazy talk. That is absolute crazy town that I can't get on board with. Can't do it, won't do it. I'm not even high on Javonte. I'm fair value with him. Ryan is actually competing in the Superflex League with us. Ryan, did you look at the settings? Did you look at the rosters, man? It's a league I cooked up. So the 12-man PPR is my old settings I've had forever. I have 2 home leagues that I commish. That is essentially your standard 3 receivers and 1 flex, but we added a flex. So it's 3 receivers and 2 flexes and a 12-man. And I lost 2 guys 2 years ago. So I said, screw it. Instead of trying to replace those guys, I made it a 10 team. but I added, it's still 2 flexes. It's a super flex. So there's 3 flexes if you got the super flex, and it's 2 tight ends. So there's 2 starting tight ends in a 10-man league. It makes it deeper than any 12-man league you ever played. Super awesome to have 2 starting tight ends. Like, it gets wild during bye weeks and injuries. Tight end 31 is started on the week, which is super. It's intense, man. You got to really know ball for these leagues, and I think Ryan does know ball. Hetzer's in love with Javonte this year. Yeah, that is the point. Now, there's a potential for a committee with Jaden Blue. Let's not. Josh Allen falls to mouth. Holy shit. There's a potential for a committee in Dallas, but there is a committee in LA with the Rams. There is a committee for sure. We can't debate that. Fuck yeah, dude. We'll take Cam Scatter, bro. Another week 8 bye. Fuck it. I think 3 out of 12 teams advance as well, so we're not too worried about that. Sweet. Really good options here. Ryan knows ball, man. Not worried. Look at this start for Sploosh. Oh, nice Judkins pick. We're going to take Terry McLaurin here. For sure. We have our 2 running backs. We have Gibbs. So Collins, Olave, and McLaurin feels really nice. And Jaden Daniels potential, which might not happen. We have potential Tyler Shuck, potential CJ Stroud, which I don't want to do. Jaden will only be the passing down back. Javonte is still first, second, and third, and goal line back. I got faith. Same Max. I have faith in that too. And it's not going to be right away. And I think the upside is that we're not talking about is, I'm not saying it's right. Jerry Jones is a moron. Historically, if Jerry Jones pays you, especially at the running back position, Jerry Jones is going to get your ass in the field. And you're going to earn that money. We saw this with Zeke Elliott when he should have been, I think Tony Pollard should have been out-snapping him that year. He was the better player that year. And it was still like 58 to 60% Zeke. So, I don't know. Jaden Blue is also still a raw prospect. Now, it was a lost year for him last year. I just have a hard time seeing Jaden Blue go from like redshirting the entire rookie year when they needed a number 2 running back to actually like overtaking Javonte Williams. There's just no way that happens. It doesn't have that profile either. Kraft and Warren. He's going bully tight end, as they call it. There goes Marv at pick 62. That would have been nice to fall back. No worries. Lamar is still on the board. There goes Lamar. There goes Burrow. So nobody should take Jaden Daniels in front of me. I guess we'll see. I mean, his ADP is 68, and I have pick 71. We'll see. Mouth won't do it. Smooth here at the 5 hole has 1 receiver. He shouldn't do it. He needs Caleb in the next round. The Pickens and Smith team should probably go with Hurts or Dak in the next round. And then Montana has, I guess he could take a naked Jaden Daniels. That doesn't make sense either. So we'll see. He takes Jaylen Warren. He's going to go at the quarterback in the next round, which makes my pick all the better. Now, I could just push Jaden Daniels because I don't think Sploosh is going to do it. And we're not going to. We're just going to take Daniels here because I'm not worried about Sploosh taking my guy at receiver. I'm really not. And I have Quentin Johnson and DK Metcalf. It's the same shit, Now, I don't want the week 7 bye, but Jaden Daniels slipping past ADP. I couldn't even get mad at Sploosh for doing that because, again, if we're going to let our players slide past ADP and try to get cute, someone has the right to snipe us, even a community member, and I wouldn't be like, what the fuck, bro? Fair decision there. Kai Lemon. We're going to go with DK Metbull here. Different bye week as a wide receiver 4. not a bad start. Daniels, Gibbs, Scatabo, Collins, Olave, McLaurin, and Metcalf. So I think we could take Tyler Shuck is probably the ideal option. We could take Vele late or something like that. Or even Juwan Johnson as a tight end. That's probably even more ideal. And there goes Caleb. There goes Hurts. So Hurts with the Drake May team is a little weird to do that. I don't see the upside there. Goes Jonathan Brooks at 79. He fell a little bit in this draft. Lamar and Dak on the same team, so I'm glad I took Jaden Daniels. I mean, for many reasons, because I have McLaurin, but the quarterbacks are dried up, and not just dried up. We have the Drake May team with Jalen Hurts. We have the Lamar Jackson team with Dak Prescott. That is going to push the rest of the quarterbacks up the board. So we're fine with where we're at. Jaden bags are heavy enough, but the tonsil injury scares me with Jaden's fragile self. 100%. Now, one could argue that actually increases Jaden Daniels' rushing upside because he'll be running for his life. But that actually doesn't increase his ultimate upside because Jaden Daniels is a dual threat that can throw the deep ball like none other. So does he have time to throw the deep ball? It's not good for the Commanders. Like, no one can say that's good. You can't replace Tunsil. They paid him big money. They need him. And it's most likely a season ender. I would say that like maybe he comes back week 13, which is fine for the fantasy playoffs, but I wouldn't bank on that. If you're banking on that with your rankings shit, don't do that. That's week 13. A lot of things can change. Major injury. Guys, if you not hear the announcement, we do have one spot since I have not heard back from Fantasy Dog. I emailed him, I messaged him in the Patreon, I hit him up in the Discord, I called him in the Discord. 4 different ways to get a hold of him. He's a little bit older, so I don't know if he just hasn't been on his phone, but he is the last spot in the best ball. Our draft starts tomorrow. It's a slow draft tomorrow at 9 p.m. Central, 4 hours per pick. It freezes for 7 hours in the middle of the night. If anyone wants that spot, let me know. You got to be in the community to get the spot, but it's a $50 league on Sleeper, $50 best ball league with weekly matchups, which is kind of fun. So let me know if you want that spot. We'd love to have you. I have a backup plan in terms of Chaz in the community, which we're totally cool with going there. I'd like to give it to a community member personally. There goes Jordan Tyson. I'm going to take a fall on Sam Laporta. I feel like that makes a lot of sense. Let's take the fall on Sam Laporta. And we're flexible here all over the place. Yeah, pretty flexible. If you have any questions about the Best Ball League, how it works or anything, drop a comment. The chat will help you out. Some of these guys are in there. And if not, I'll help you out. Nice Michael Wilson pick. We're going to go... I can't take this guy. We're going to go aggressive with Alec Pierce in this tournament. After ADP, he's my wide receiver 5. Makes a hell of a lot of sense there for Alec Pierce to just bolster this receiver room more than it already is. We're a little light at running back now with just Gibbs and Scatabo, especially with Scatabo's fragile profile in terms of health and concussions and shit coming off the injury. Daniels, Gibbs, Scatabo, Nico Olave, McLaurin, DK Metcalf, and Alec Pierce with Sam Laporta. So took a dip on Sam Laporta's ADP. A little concerned about the hip injury, not going to lie. There's pretty much no way we get Jared Goff coming back here. It's more like DraftKings because it's full PPR. It's 24 rounds, so we added a flex spot, so it's deeper. But there's 24 rounds, so an extra 6 rounds from Underdog, extra 4 rounds from DraftKings. It is weekly matchups though, so you can't set your lineup. There's no waivers, there's no trades, but it is so it's best ball, but it is weekly matchups. It goes all the way up into the playoffs, so it's pretty fun to just have a matchup against a community member, not just against everybody. What's going on, Sean Cody? I'm so excited for the Jets season. I think we could get 7 wins this year. Yeah, and you know what? It's not about the wins, Cody. This could have a chance to be a competitive team, a fun team to watch. You saw Gino's first drive. I know it's preseason, but what, 7 for 7? I love Adonai Mitchell. I mean, I love the idea of Adonai Mitchell. I've always been a big Garrett Wilson fan. Breece Hall is a pro. Sadiq is a question mark, but I'm a big Mason Taylor fan. You know, he drafted Omar Cooper. You have the offensive line was okay last year, but you return to the same 5 guys. So you have that stability on offensive line. Aaron Glenn's a clown, but he's not an offensive coordinator for you. So the offense should be fun. I think I just want you to fire Aaron Glenn because he's fucking terrible. Like, Aaron Glenn is a clown. And I don't know. Nothing you can do with Aaron Glenn besides fire the fucking guy.
I'll tell you what I'd do, man. 2 chicks at the same time, man.
There's Fantasy Dog. Fantasy Dog, you need to get a hold of me. You're in the best ball league, right? You still want to be in? The draft is tomorrow. We have to well, Fantasy Dog has the first priority since he is in the league. You know what I mean? But we need Fantasy Dog. You got to get a hold of me, man. I just send me a message on Discord, and you got to get in the sleeper league, and we'll figure out we do the payments on League Safe. We'll figure that out later. But the draft is tomorrow, and Big Sploosh, the Sploosh is loose. He bought us another draft as well, guys. Not only is Sploosh an OG and a member of the community now, he's a fucking fanatic. Let's all give him a round of applause. Let's all say we love Sploosh. We've seen him. I know Sploosh watches a lot of other shows too, and there's a lot of good shows to watch. You know, Nice and Blunt, the Fantasy Football Garage, Who Hames. There's a lot of really good shows to watch. So the fact that he's not only choosing to watch us, let me make this pick here. Rashad White. Yeah, Rashad White. We have Jaden Daniels. Let's go. That he's not only choosing to watch us, which I appreciate, but now he is a fucking fanatic, dude. You're going to fucking love it, man. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. Great group of guys. You know what I say at the end of every show. That's what we try to live by, but we also have a lot of fun and talk a lot of shit. So that's some good stuff, man. Much love and appreciation, brother. I got to figure out where I'm going here. Somebody took Tyler Shuck way early. 110? Is that 110, bro? Come on. I guess I don't know what I'm going to do here. I guess I'm just going to take the fall on Jacoby Myers. I don't love it. No, you know what? I'm taking Shaheed here. Let's take Shaheed with the news of Horton. You know, we'll take Shaheed. He's going to start rising up boards. Get ahead of it here a little bit. Pretty solid team. Also, Splooshy gets a beer chug from me. So let's get the chug ready, and let's get the chug race ready. I don't have my Busch Light here. I'm just going to do the PBR since it's fucking fanatic, baby. Let's do the chug race, man. Here we go. For Big Sploosh joining the great community, the great guys. Much love, man.
Here you go.
It wasn't a full one. I definitely probably beat me. It was only probably like 9 ounces. Always a good time, though. Yeah, we're going to have more leagues next year for sure. So this year we did, but I'll do what I did last year and spam the chat with dumb trade questions. There's never a spam. You know, the nice thing about the Discord, though, is we have the main channel, the main tab. But we have like 10 other tabs for trades and start sits. So you're not spamming everyone's. And there's no dumb trade questions. There's no dumb questions. There's no dumb comments. The only dumb comments are negative comments. We don't like those. So I'm in the league now on Sleeper. You joined it with the invite? Okay. Let me check this out real quick. A lot of shit going on. I was a little worried, Fantasy Dog. I want you in the league, you know, and the draft is tomorrow, the slow draft. And the problem is I could move it back a day, but it's 24 rounds, 4 hours per pick. Like, we're kind of cutting it close to finishing. We will finish before the season starts, but if we pushed it back a day, we don't know that we would finish. You know, I don't want to put the pressure. There we go. Fantasy Dog's in there. Sweet. You and either Blunt and Who Hames need a weekly show. I know Who Hames and Blunt do a weekly show already. And, you know, I have a lot of guests already on the show, you know, my crew, which I don't want to, like, abandon. But I could always do 2 shows. I know Blunt has a busy schedule. Adam's awesome, right? He has a lot of people that want to collaborate with him, and so is Who Hames. I think you're all good. You're all good, Fantasy Dog. I think now I'm up for my selection in the Iron Thrones League. This shit is just, I'm just getting shit left and right. I told you about my morning today when my dogs killed a fucking woodchuck, and I fell asleep at 6 a.m. because I was doing so much shit for the show and prepping. And woke up at 7:15 a.m. and my wife, who just loves animals, super sensitive, fucking bawling her eyes out, freaking out. This fucking 15-pound woodchuck is dead. And, dude, so crazy. Can I have a second to think, Ruben? Anyways, that was my day. So I slept for an hour before it happened. I slept for an hour after because I couldn't fall back asleep because like my adrenaline was going. And then, Keaton Mitchell, nice pull there. We need a quarterback anyway. We're gonna take Daniel Jones for the Alec Pierce pairing. So yeah, wild day, a lot of stuff going on. I would love to do a week. Me and Who Hames, man. The best thing about Who Hames is I went on his show for 2 hours at 4:00 yesterday. Then he came on our show at 10. And then we did almost 3 hours in the show. And then we talked a little bit after. I just wanted to tell him he did a great job. And I fucking love that guy. We talked for 30 minutes off camera, just talking ball. So that says it all, right? The vibes were real. And that dude is Who Hames, such a great guy. Such a great guy. We'll just take the fall on Dallas Goedert here. Let's do that. Unstack Goddard. It's fine. We have Laporta. Gives us some insurance there. You're good, Ruben. You can do no wrong, my dude. We already did it, McCall. It's just not set. We did the draft order. Look in the tab on Discord. Look at the best ball tab, our best ball league tab. It's in there. We did it already. I have the first pick, I think. We did that in the show about 4 days ago. So we were talking about the league. So we did this year. We did our first league ever. Our first community league ever, if you remember, was the Fantasy Postseason League, which is super fun to do. We're gonna do another 1 or 2 of those for as many people that want to play. I'll do as many leagues as you guys want. That's really fun, where you have to pick the best players, but also when their team loses, they're eliminated. So you're also picking games essentially, and who's going to go far. Managing who has the bye week in the wild card weekend as well. We did the Dynasty Startup, which is awesome. That is all OGs, a 12 team, and all the co-hosts here are co-managing teams. So we have 9 OGs and 3 teams with co-managed co-hosts. We're doing the PPR, 12-team PPR. We're doing the Super Flex, and we're doing the Best Ball. Next year, we might do another Dynasty Startup for some newer people, the people that are coming in, and if some OGs want to get in. And we'll probably do 5 redraft leagues next year. If we get more people that want to play, I commission them all. You know what? I'm making this my life. What's a little bit more time? So that's awesome. I'm excited. So there's still a lot of leagues to join in the future. So don't worry about missing out. We're going to have more. Let me catch my breath here a little bit. Hedger says, I'm a great guy. I'm trying, man. I'm trying to be better every day. I haven't always been, and maybe I'm not now. I don't know, man. I'm just trying to stay humble, and, I'm working my fucking ass off, and it's not work for me. Like I always say, man, I'm on vacation because I love my occupation. This is a dream for me, just talking ball, hanging out, drinking. I mean, the drinking part's funny. But also all of you awesome people make it fucking great, and having all of my friends on here that I also play fantasy with, like Storey, Nico, Chaz, Ray, having all the fans come on when I have fan nights, like, it's just awesome, man. I just love talking to people. I love learning about things. And yesterday, what did we talk about yesterday? Grandfather clocks, woman heart attacks, Goo Goo Dolls. That was all in the first, 9 minutes of the show. And lay it on me, brothers. I can handle it. A little scrambled today. But, we have a nice faller here. Is there a quarterback I like? There is not. There is a tight end I like. Tight end I love. And we're going to take Tajay Spears here. Our running back room is quite putrid. And we'll go to the team here in a second. I'll get caught up with the chat. We're going to do another one of these after this for Big Sploosh's sign up. My dude, the Sploosh. We still need another running back, but we have a faller here, a major faller on the board, which I want to take Hawkinson here for sure. But the tight ends are pretty flat here. I have so much Hawkinson, it's like not a big deal if I fade it. We're going to take Jalen Naylor at pick 170. His ADP is not indicative of where he's been going. His ADP is 148. We'll just take some value. You know, it's not really the tournament to do that in, but Max thinks, we're going to do guillotine leagues as well, guys. Yahoo has a thing where they go up to week 4. So we could do one in week 2 once, you know, the season's already started. Week 2, week 3, week 4. We could do some community guillotine leagues, which is, I'm sure Sleeper offers as well. Super fun. If you don't know what that format is, essentially the lowest scoring team each week gets eliminated and those players go to the free agent pool. Really fun stuff. Questions like my favorite toppings on pizza. Yeah, I do get that comment. And I can handle that. The thing is, the way to play that is to ask me what my favorite topping is, and then I'll go into it because I'll answer any question. And then afterwards, you'd be like, mine is sausage. Big sausage. That's the way to handle it if you want to be creative. Oh, yeah. I think Fantasy Dog, my memory's pretty good. He has the 4th pick. Am I right, McAuliffe? I have a weird memory. I forget where I put my keys and shit. I forget people's names when I get paired up with in golfing. Like they have to say it 3 times. Eventually, I write it on the scorecard. Like Erica remembers everyone's name, but like I forget that. But I remember what pick Fantasy Dog has in our 12-team fucking best ball league when I have 40 redraft leagues. I remember that. Also, I love Fantasy Dog. Shout out to Fantasy Dog for just being such a kind guy, kind words, good vibes. Definitely a ball knower for sure. Fantasy Dog's just telling us what he's gonna do. He's gonna take CMC, and yeah, it's full PPR, baby. So it's a winning pick. I mean, it could be a losing pick, but Fantasy Dog doesn't play scared. Hell no. I'm gonna switch the song up here. This one's been on repeat for a little bit. Let's see. What do you guys want to hear? Vote in the chat. Do you want to hear heavier? Do you want to hear funkier? Do you want to hear chill? Funky, chill, or weird? Those are the 3 options. Funky, chill, or weird. Chill is like Pink Floyd. Funky is like funk. Hatcher says funky. Let's get a couple more votes in the chat. First one to 2 wins. First one with 2 wins. Funky, chill, or weird. What do we want to hear? Hey, I was right. He has the 4th pick. So 1 vote for funky. What's the next tune going to be? Funky, chill, or weird? Funky, chill, or weird? Let me check my team out here real quick. Daniels and Jones seems risky at quarterback. We definitely need a running back here. That is 2 votes for funky. I 3 votes for funky. All right, I like this one. It's called what is it called again? Let's see. I have a name for it somewhere. Ray Davis smash pick. Slither, maybe. I called it Slither. No, this is Nimble Snail. I called it Nimble Snail. I don't know. I used to name. I produce all the music we ever made. It's all recorded on a phone. There's no like aftermarket stuff on it. But I cropped it. I named them. I put them out. So I made some fucking weird ass names. They're all jams. So it's like there's not really a reason to have a name. We need another tight end here. I think we're done at running back. I think we have Gibbs, Scatterbo, White, Spears, and Ray Davis. We'll take Kate Otten with the Ibuka concerns, I guess. I think that's pretty fair. I can go anywhere with this pick. Nico, Olave, McLaurin, Metcalf, Pierce, Shaheed, and Naylor. Pretty strong receiver room. Running back room needs some work. I do have Gibbs, though, which is so nice. Laporta, Goddard, Otten. Solid tight end room. I hate having 2 week 10 buys if there's an injury to Sam Laporta, but we can even take a quarterback here as well. So whatever I like and whatever I'm feeling, we're going to go with. Sploosh, I'm going to send you an email to get in the community after the stream is over. Actually, when shit settles down, after I do team reviews, I could actually do it right now. Fuck it. I do a lot of shit right now. I can do it. Sploosh is Nick Reed. Nick, what up, Nick? Now I know your name. I'll probably forget your name, but big sploosh. All right. It's also my pick. I have to make my selection. I got to choose my pick. I have the 5th last. Like, there's been 9 teams ahead of me that got to choose their selection. I might take pick 12. I'm thinking that's probably best. Let me send this to Sploosh. Just check your email. There we go. So what were the options he says? 6, 8, 9, 10, 12. Oh, we're taking 12. So Ruben, if you're in here, I'm taking 12. Do you want me to post it in the Discord, or can you just do that for me? Taking 12, baby. I like pick 12. I only use $11 in my fab. Super interesting format. $150 fab. We all did blind bids to like pick our draft order. Oh my God, dude. The Manhunters with the teabag and cricket. That is an all-timer. I mean, that's like season 4. That's right when they really hit it, man. Really, really good one. Hell yeah. Pick 12, baby. Book it. Book it.
You're planting a baby monitor?
Yeah. A lot of people are bugging their babies these days. I guess babies can't be trusted.
What exactly is it you're expecting to find here?
A lot of shady shit.
Like what?
Like maybe Bruce is banging dudes.
Why would that be shady?
Maybe the dudes are babies.
What? Bruce is not banging any baby dudes. Look, we're...
He might be. Thanks, Ruben. Thanks, buddy. 12th pick, dude. It's a 14-team league. Fucking money, dude. Money. And we're just going to take Geno Smith here. Advancement rate's going to help. This is going to help advancement rate. I do have Jaden Daniels and Daniel Jones. So, like, why not give me some early season insurance here on this team? We're going to do team reviews, guys. And, yeah, Sploosh, I gave you the invite, man, so you're going to have it in your email. Sometimes it goes to spam. It shouldn't go to spam, though. You should be getting that now, actually. All right, let's do some team reviews for community members, starting with the newest, and appreciate it, Sploosh. Let's see what you got here. Jackson Dart, CJ Stroud, and Brissett. Like this room, dude. Your upside guy there in Dart's going to be your pillar. Stroud is a floor play. I'm thinking you might have some stacks with him. And Brissett is necessary on this team for some early, similar to what I did with Geno. That's the Brissett pick. Judkins, Tony Pollard, Chris Rodriguez, Kamara, Jaden Blue, and Najee Harris. So he has, I consider Judkins a trustable, not RB1, but in that range. I'm a big Judkins guy, so I'm fine with that. Pollard is steady as they come. Rodriguez for touchdowns. Kamara, Blue, and Harris. Don't love this stretch, but I'm guessing the rest of the team is stacked. St. Brown, Flowers, Neighbors, J-Mo, Lemon, Wilson, and Douglas. You got the Michael Wilson stack. Caleb Douglas is riding up boards. Kittle and Ferguson. Totally cool with that tight end room, man. So this is really good. Riley, I drafted 3 Bengals. Chase, Brown, Burrow, and Higgins. Do I need to get rid of one of them? I mean, you could try to trade one of them. Don't, like, drop them. They're fine. It's the Bengals. If it was another team, if it was the Browns or the Raiders, you don't want to have 3 players. You don't want to have 2 players in the Raiders, typically, unless it's Bowers and Genty, which is same buy, first and second round pick. Don't do that either. This is the Bengals, man. The bye week thing's an issue. I would try to get it. Don't trade them low, though. Don't trade them low. Just if you want to, they'll pop off early season. You can trade one of them. I really like this team from Sploosh, man. This wide receiver room is nasty. And then Kittle and Ferguson. If Kittle, I think he's going to come back week 2. I think that's what I've been saying for a while now. They're probably not going to dress him and not even going to fly him to Australia for that game. Then he'll have a full 10 days off after opening day because they start earlier than most teams. He'll be back week 2. Ferguson has a matchup against the Giants week 1. I like that matchup. No issues with this team, man. No notes. I guess this running back thing is concerning, but I love the quarterback room. Obviously love the wide receiver room. Let's go to my squad here. Jaden Daniels, Daniel Jones, and Geno Smith. So this is a similar build as well to Sploosh, Gibbs, Scatterbo, Rashad White, Tajay Spears, Ray Davis. This is concerning. This is light. Even if you take the Rashad White injury out, this is not ideal. But I think Tajay Spears is a nice little floor play here, and I like Ray Davis's upside. This is my downfall, though, because I like the rest of the team. Nico Olave, McLaurin, DK, Pierce, Shahid, and Naylor. Once Pierce is back, this is a very strong receiver room. And then Naylor, the fall, pick 170. I hate Jalen Naylor, guys, but at some point, it's a nice little floor play. And then Laporta, Goddard, and Kate Otten. Pretty strong tight end room. Very similar to Sploosh's team. I think I might like his a tad better. I have a stronger up top running back room than him. Obviously, I have Gibbs and then even Scatterbo. But he has more players and more floor there. So we'll see how it shakes down. Montana, Matt Stafford, Jared Goff, and Aaron Rodgers. Really strong quarterback room. I definitely like the value. You got an Aaron Rodgers at 190. Bijan, Montgomery, Stevenson, Keaton, Mitchell, Dylan Sampson. That's how you build a running back room. Very, very, very balanced Montana. Drake London, Rashee Rice, Devontae Adams, Quentin Johnson, Jordan Tyson at pick 94. Might be a little. I prefer him at like 110, but this is a dollar tournament. He is your wide receiver 5. I like your top 4, especially with the upside of Adams early season. The concern is Rashee Rice might start slow. McMillan and Keon Coleman, pretty balanced. Kincaid, Juwan Johnson, Pat Fryermuth. Great tight end room. Great running back room. I dig the quarterback room. Not the most upside here, but you have 3 of them. They should pair together for a very nice weekly floor with some upside as well. Pretty solid team. Montana's the GOAT. You know what? He's not used to drafting a 3 because he always has fucking first pick. We have Mouth squad in here. Mouth with Josh Allen and Sam Darnold. Chase Brown, Price, Rico, Gainwell, and Charbonnet. I fucking hate Price at 2. I don't like Price in general, but Rico and Gainwell is nice. That is a nice pairing of floor to kind of get you through the bumpy ride of Price. And then Charbonnet gives you some insurance. I like it in a $1 draft especially. JSN, DJ Moore, Chris Godwin, Michael Pittman, Shakir, Flournoy, Keenan Allen, Pat Bryant, and Ted Hurst. Really nice value on Pat Bryant there. And Trey McBride and Elijah Arroyo. I wish you had some more floor. If this was Brock Bowers, then I would be more inclined with Arroyo because I'm higher on Bowers. They love AJ Barner there, but you did it for the stack. The $1 draft. This could hit, man. You're gonna have a real unique team. I dig the squad, Mouth. This is a strong team, man. Strong and aggressive at the same time, which I do like. And then we have the Dirty Milkers, Ryan. Dirty Milkers. Sometimes I call him Mike sometimes. I don't know why, but Ryan. There's a lot of names to keep track of, guys. I drink a lot. Herbert and Mahomes. That is an ideal combination because guess what? They play in the championship week. So you have the correlation, the game. Look at this. Kenneth Walker and Amarian Hampton, Woody Marks, Tyler Algier, and Isaiah Pacheco. Nice fall. Pacheco 180 now. That's insane. They didn't sign Najee Harris. They must trust he's coming back because Najee Harris could have been a Lion. I was kind of calling for that for a while. But this correlation here. This game has a chance to go ballistic. Whoa. If you can make it there, dangerous. Waddle, Adunze, Worthy, Dubs, Tucker, Juwan Jennings, Zach Branch, Booty, and Darnell Mooney with Tyler Warren and Tucker Kraft. This is a potential league-winning team. Like, this is a tournament-winning team. There's a chance it misses, but honestly, I don't see that a lot of risk here. You had some reaches, I suppose. Maybe not. Did you? Not really, actually. The Tyler Warren, so Tyler Warren and Kraft. Tyler Warren was a reach. Both these tight ends were a reach, but it doesn't really show in your team. So wide receiver room is kind of dog shit, but you have 9 of them. So the build's perfect. It's an A+ build. I'm going to go A- because there's some risk here in this wide receiver room, but buying in on this week 17 game, which is a top 5 game for me that I want to target with the Chargers and Chiefs. Let's go, man. This is if you're going to do it, a $1 draft is the perfect time to do this, to go ballsy. And this is a chance to take this ship home, or at least, if you make the championship, you have a chance to finish really high because this is a great squad. All our teams were really, really good. So let's do another one, guys. And let me get this up. Let's get weird with this one. I'm going to get weird with this one. I'm going to try something. Maybe not. I always say that. I just don't. I take safe teams. God, I made the playoffs in like something like 30% last year of these fucking tournaments, which is like because I just didn't stack enough and I was just playing it safe. I only made a couple teams of the finals, and I think I'm playing it more aggressive this year than last year for sure, but still probably not aggressive enough. But again, we can go a little weird with these because it's 3 out of 12. Usually it's 2 out of 12 advanced. 3 out of 12 gives you a little bit more insurance, and we're all pretty sharp. So we should be able to get the top 3 in a lot of this format. Now, with all of us in the league, it is tougher because I just read 6 really good teams. So how confident am I that my team advances? Maybe decently confident. How confident am I that I have a team that could go far compared to the teams I read? Not that confident. We'll do 1:55 a.m. Central. 1:55 a.m. Central. We're going to hop in this little Dalmatian. Draft with us. We'll do team reviews after that. Tomorrow night, we have a pretty big night on the show. It's going to be a long night. I have 2 Fantrax public redrafts to do. One is a $250 draft. The other one's $100 at 9 p.m. Central and 10 p.m. Central back to back. So I'll pretty much be finishing the first one when the second one starts. And then we will go back and look at both teams. And then Big Ray's going to join us for some best ball and just hanging out and answering questions, the stuff we like to do here. So it'll probably be a 5-hour night tomorrow night. Looking forward to that. I've done 2 of my own leagues. I did Nico's home league and then a Fantrax league already. So this is my 3rd and 4th draft of 40. I'm doing 40 drafts this year, 40 redrafts. I'll be streaming about 34 of them. So that'll be stream draft number 2, not counting like when I draft with a community member, their teams. That's not what I'm counting. So 1:54. We have less than a minute, guys, to join this. I'm just going to click enter. I'm not joining. I'm just getting ready for 1:55. And we're going to join this bitch up. So, yeah, tomorrow, again, 2 drafts, 9 and 10 p.m. We'll be on late night as well. I'm just going to stay on and just do a long stream. So, that'll be awesome. Looking forward to it. I think I have the 4th pick and the 6th pick in those. I got to double check that. So, I had the 2nd pick of the first draft. I've actually got pretty balanced draft picks now that they're not all out, but I have some pretty balanced, which I like. I can get different shares of players. I don't have to reach. It's almost 1:55, guys. Look at the clock. When it hits 1:55, we are joining. We are joining. There it is. All right. Should all get in this one as well. Big Ray is a fucking doctor. He actually finally got his lab coat. If you guys missed the stream earlier, Big Ray is looking great in his new fucking digs, man. Look at this guy. He looks like a fucking doctor. Imagine this guy coming in when you're getting your MCL, your meniscus checked out. Just, I'm Dr. Ray. What can I do for you? Hell yeah. We got the 12th pick. Love that. We have Max in here. Sploose at 6. We have Jedi at 7. What's going on, Jedi? We have Fancy Dog at 9. We have the Milkers at 10 and Mouth at 11. So we have 4 straight. Dog, Milkers, Mouth, and myself from 9 to 12. That's a little daunting. I don't love that. I like being at 12, though. I would not want to be in the middle of that. I would not want to be in Milker's spot or Mouth's spot because you are sandwiched between some sharp drafters. And you saw Milker's team earlier. That was probably my favorite of the bunch. Need that for my thumbnail. I trust him to give a colonoscopy. You know what we could do during the season? I could make some type of thumbnail for like when there's a major injury day, you know, for Sunday, and I'll just have him cut out on the thumbnail, and we'll have him come on and diagnose some of these injuries, and let's just hope. We just have to hope, guys, that there's not a meniscus, because what do they say about meniscus injuries? Is that it tanked Derrick Rose's career.
He had a meniscus issue, which totally tanked Derrick Rose's career.
All right, next tune. What do we want? We want chill or do we want weird? Chill or do we want weird? Those are the 2 options. I only have 4 loaded up here. Chill or weird? You guys choose. First to 3 wins. A chill jam or a weird jam. That's like versatile and has some weird parts. We got weird from Hetzer. This one's kind of weird. This is more funky, though. I think I'm describing them properly. The weird one's called Eye of the Storm. The chill one's called The Shire, which you Lord of the Rings fans out there. It's not necessarily like a ripoff of Lord of the Rings. We got 1 vote for chill, 1 vote for weird. We're waiting for 3. Waiting for the first of 3. What's Mouth's vote? Mouth, you got a vote? I mean, it's not a Lord of the Rings song or anything. It just has like some Shire. It's called The Shire. It has some Shire Lord of the Rings vibes. Are you changing your vote, Hetzer? Ryan has weird. That is 2 votes for weird, 1 for chill. Unless Hetzer changes his vote. It's 3 for weird. We got weird. We're going with Eye of the Storm. It is kind of a weird one. I love Lord of the Rings. I don't like The Hobbit. I fell asleep, actually. I went to the midnight screening of the original Hobbit, and I was super fucking high too. But I definitely fell asleep in that, and like I'm a movie guy, so. Yeah, I don't know if you guys watched my first Fantrax redraft I did. It's full PPR, 12-man league. Justin Jefferson fell to like pick 18. It was insane to me. Jeremiah Love almost fell back to me. I had the second pick. Jeremiah Love went the 407 or 408. Really wacky stuff. Got a pretty good team, though. It's the CGI. It's just slow. Like, the Fellowship of the Ring, people don't love compared to the other ones because it is slower. It's just building the story and just the whole ambiance and just everything about Lord of the Rings, even though the beginning has that epic scene. I think that's my second favorite. I actually have that ranked 2, 1, 3. But it's not as slow as The Hobbit, man. Yeah, Fancy Dog got JJ at 15. Not to mention it was a prequel, and I hate prequels. It's not even that you know what's going to happen. It's like what they do with prequels is they extend the story, right? They make it. They want to add too many details. So another rough one. So I'm on record, and me and Big Ray agree. Storey was in very big disagreement. Surprise, surprise of this one because he's an older school dude. I had Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, as my favorite Star Wars film. Even ahead of, I think Jedi's a little overrated. I know that's not a popular take, but Episode 3, that is you talk about a prequel and like building character, which we already knew who Darth Vader was. The end of Revenge, the last 35 or 40 minutes, you get the badass battle between the Emperor and Yoda, the whole just disintegrating of Anakin, and it is dark, dude. And the CGI stuff was weird. That was a bad era for CGI. Like early 2000s, some of the worst CGI shit ever. Like I much prefer Independence Day or Terminator 2 or Jurassic Park. That was practical meets CGI. But the story, dude, like I am kind of a Hayden Christensen fan. People don't like him. I like him. I love Natalie Portman. Dude, Natalie Portman is just my... Oh, I love Natalie Portman. Imagine like 12-year-old Rob watching Natalie Portman. Yeah, imagine that shit. You can try to imagine it, but I'm telling you can't. Order 66 was wild as fuck, man. Good call. I mean, just the whole thing. That scene when they all get cut down, it's so dark. I think that scene, Rogue One, the ending of Rogue One, when they all start going down, it's really kind of a ripoff of the vibe and feel of the scene of Order 66. So, what are we going to do here? Do this. Ooh, Natalie picks. I'd have to like turn the camera off for 4 minutes though, bro. So I had Rogue One very high. I had Rogue One as my 4th favorite film. It's just dark, dude. It's just not. It's not saying it's not a Star Wars movie, but it is dark. It has a feel that is just not like. I think Sith is the only one that has that feel to it. Just I could watch that movie and it looks gorgeous, almost as gorgeous as Natalie Portman. What a movie Rogue One is, and like you compare Rogue One to any of the recent 3, which I liked Episode 7. Force Awakens, that's fine. The other two are fucking awful. And like the Han Solo story, dude. The actors in there, I mean, Woody Harrelson was great to see. There's some cool stuff in that movie, but that one, like, compare that to Rogue One, dude. It's like Rogue One's a 10. Solo's like a 5. And like, you know how hard it is to fuck up a Star Wars movie, dude? It's so hard. They've done it. They've done it. And that's why I stopped watching all of the stuff, all the mini series. I'm Star Wars'd out. If I want to watch Star Wars, I'll watch episode 3. I'll watch any of the original trilogy. I'll watch Rogue One. I'll have some fun with Force Awakens. Shit, man. I'll watch the Clone Wars, you know? I don't want to watch episode 1, okay? Episode 1 is so heavy on Jar Jar. It is fucking obnoxious. And the pod racing scene is overrated in my mind. Just not a fan of episode 1 at all. I think I had that really low. Like, I think I had Force Awakens. I'd rather watch Force Awakens than episode 1. I think I watched the first season of Mandalorian. That was pretty good. And it was just, dude, it's just money grab shit, man. And when they start going down that road, Star Wars is endless. I understand it's an endless story, and there's a million different. The nice thing is they preface the shit in some of the things. You know, they talk about the Clone Wars. They talk about all the stuff that happened before. It's fine. I don't know. I don't need more Star Wars. There's enough. There's enough Star Wars out there to keep me rock hard and coming back. You know. Did you guys know that Harrison Ford and Carrie Fisher had an official affair? They were having an affair the entire time, which is pretty wild because like he was 38 or something. And she was like 19 and he was married. So that came out really, really late. Man, they're all gone now. What the hell, mouth? Gross, dude. So we're gonna do this. And now I don't know what the hell to do, man. This is just brutal. We're gonna take Joe Burrow. I don't want to do that, but let's take Joe Burrow. Stupid. If I could have got Watson at Doomsday, this team would have been goated, man. Mouth, you had to hear the segment. I know you heard the segment. Also, guys, I do have an announcement. As salty as I am, hell yeah, Junk. Hell yeah, it will be. Yes, thank you, Sploosh. Soon enough, the TIE fighters are made from Lexus, and I'm already off of Star Wars, like I mentioned, but we're going to have a much bigger problem if that's the actual case.
You stupid fuck.
Go buy some sandals.
Hey,
Go buy some
you want
sandals.
to fight? I'll fight you. I haven't fought in 10 years. I'm fighting you. What you got? Let's see. Throw down, bitch. Throw down, bitch.
That is George Lucas, and I believe George Lucas is still alive. But I'm just fucking with you, Mouth. It was also good value, too. George Lucas got so much money for the rights. Like, that, I mean, so much money that he probably doesn't give a shit, but it's like, that's his baby. And, like, I can just imagine this. If this show got huge and it was like, I got too old and I was just like, I'm worn out. I've been doing this for 15 years and 4 hours a night. I was like, I'm out. I sold it to someone for, let's not talk at George Lucas money, but let's say it's like $10 million or some shit. And I had somebody else take my spot, and like the show was starting to read like Lexus ads on show instead of playing like go buy some sandals and shit like that. I would be salty. I'd be happy. I'd be rolling around in money of a bed of money. But like, we don't want to see we want our vision to stay our vision. And unfortunately, Star Wars has hit the mark or missed the mark on that one so many fucking times, and it continues to do so. So who knows where they're going to go next? I'm scared to death. Real quick, guys, September 1st, it's a Tuesday. I think that's when it's come out as well. Ian Eagle, you might have heard of him a little bit. He's kind of a big deal. He is coming on Downtown Sports, and yours truly, as well as Mouth and Beast. It's a four-way. He's been. I'm lucky enough to go on the show and hang out with Beast and Mouth and Ian Eagle to do their NFL preview show. That's fantasy preview. That's NFL preview with Mr. Ian Eagle. So you're gonna want to head over there to YouTube right now and subscribe. Let's get that up to 50 tonight. Can we all do that? If you're not in this draft, just back out of the stream real quick and just give them a sub. Do that, and then listen as well, and you'll keep the sub, and then you can be all prepared and ready and get the notification for the Iron Eagle episode, which I am on as well. They only do 2 shows a week, guys, so it's not like a bunch of content, but it's enough and it's good content. So please do that for me. If you love me, do you love me? I think you do. I hope you do. What do we have here? Oof. I'm back. Yeah, I've had internet issues all night, so let me get the screen back up here for you guys. I'm up at 8 picks. Apologize about that. Told you, I've had a weird day, man. The dead not chip. I wish it was a chipmunk. The dead fucking woodchuck that I had to bury, and my wife is still a wreck about that one. That's the one I need to mute. Open 5 picks. Perfect. Share this. Are we good? Audio good? Everything good? I think I'm back. We're so back. We're so back. Oh, why this isn't working. Let's see. Some of my iPad's not working, but I'm back. I'm back. Are we good? I haven't heard anyone in the comment section. I think we're good. I am up, though, on the clock, so... this is pretty easy there. And then... take Harry Fanny, and then we're going to take a fall on shit. Let's take Kenny Gainwell. Maybe, just maybe, Baker makes it back to me. I don't know. I wouldn't bank on that, but that'd be awesome. God Let me turn the AC on. I'm fucking sweating. Oh. When you're poor, you have window units, so it's really easy to fucking turn on. And I do have an announcement to make. Sweet. We got another best ball payment in. We did hit 3,100 subs. Let's get it. Let's get it. Appreciate that, man. We got 100 subs the last 27 days. That's pretty good. I mean, I'm putting out a lot of volume. Glad to get new people in here as always, man. Well, that's not working, but all good. Fantasy Dog has a lot of pits. Yeah, I do too, man. I'm at like 16% pits, and it's not. I don't really love pits this year. It's that you get it in the 9th round. You know what I mean? You can wait at tight end, and I like that you can still go 3 tight ends with pits, and like have a really strong tight end room. As much as he's gonna be maybe inconsistent or doesn't have the highest ceiling, we saw the ceiling last year. That was Kirk Cousins. Yeah, we want to get in on. Where's this at here? Fantasy Dog with a $3 super sticker. Appreciate you, man. And I'm going to send you the league, the info. Actually, it's the best ball league, so. What the hell, man? All right. This is really fucking with me. I'm still in here. I'll get the screen up here soon. Fantasy Dog, do you have Venmo, Zelle, any way to transfer payments? It's $50 for the league. So do you have, what is your best option? I have anything. I have PayPal, Zelle, and Venmo. My wife has Zelle. So that is, any of those are preferred. If not, we could figure something out. Just let me know. PayPal, sweet. I'll send you my info, man. No rush, bro. This is no rush for you, man. Just sometime before the season starts would be great. It's just, we were doing League Safe for all of them, but League Safe charges $4. So I figured, fuck it, dude. Like, it's also not good business for me to take people's money because that'd be insane. Rashad White. That would have been cool. We do have a nice fall on Kincaid. We do have a Malik Willis. We can't take Malik Willis, though. We can take Shakir. We could take Shaheed, though. Let's take Shaheed. You know what? Let's take Shaheed here. And then we're going to take Sam Darnold. So now we have Sam Darnold with Shaheed. We can take Cooper Kupp. We could take, actually, I prefer AJ Barner. That's the option. Same buy as Fannin. It's okay. I'm taking 3 tight ends anyway. Not too worried about it. All good, old girl. I guarantee Fantasy Dog's wife is the bomb, you know. Cool guys usually have cool women, strong women, powerful women. Not in terms of powerful, like fucking being like a senator or anything. I'm saying just like a strong-willed, awesome, independent sweetheart. I'm guessing. If I had to bet my money on it, that's what I'm betting. Sorry, Max. Did you have, I'm guessing you had JSN. That was my last option. What's Yikes, Fantasy Dog? I think that's pretty accurate. I think it's a compliment. I have people, you know, a lot of guys don't want to hear, like, when people say, dude, your wife's hot or she's attractive or she's sexy. I'm like, thanks, man. Like, I'd rather have them say that than be like, dude, your wife's a dog. I'd be like, well, fuck you, man. Because I'm not worried about it, you know? Oh, yeah, I'm aware of Fantasy Dog. It doesn't mean, you know, doesn't mean anything. I think you're 71. Is that right? I love it, man. You know what? I think I definitely relate to like not older audiences, but like my age is my demo. I'm 38, but Jay is like 67. So 72. Hell yeah, Fantasy Dog. Living life, man. Living life, though. Where are you from again, Fantasy Dog? I forget. I don't know if you've mentioned that before. Where are you from originally, and then where are you residing now? There goes Tank Bigsby. We'll do team reviews after this. Ohio. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We talked about this. You're right next to Jay. You're right. You're like an hour and a half from Jay. I think we figured that out. The two elder statesmen in the community are right next to each other. You guys got to get together and have a little powwow, man. Let's get the chill vibes going up in here. That one's still pretty chill, but I got the Shire. Hetter's not here to hear this. He was talking about how he loves Lord of the Rings. I think you'll hear why it's called the Shire. Just gave me some Lord of the Rings vibes. Like, you know, adventure, relaxing. I'm on keyboard in this tune. Actually, I wrote this song as well. Now, I didn't play the soothing guitar you're hearing, unfortunately. I wish I did. So then I'd really be flexing. And there goes Trey Harris. God damn it, Mouth. God damn it. We're going to take a fall on Flournoy. We're also going to take a fall on Chig Okonkwo because it opens up our AJ Barner pick later. So we'll do that. Just take some value. You know, we can always take... We can't take a third quarterback here. We have Joe Burrow and Harold Fannin. Joe and Harold Fannin, a quarterback. That's Sam Darnold. Let's take a look at the team. Burrow and Darnold. I think that's enough. Barkley, Walker, Dowdle, and Gainwell. Higgins, Tet, Adunze, Godwin, Shaheed, and Omar Cooper with Fannin and Okonkwo. This will be a 3 tight end room. It's ideally going to be Fannin, Okonkwo, and AJ Barner. And we need one more running back for sure. I think 5 is probably fair on this team. Fantasy Dog would crush it. How far are you hitting it, man, these days? How far are you hitting it? I had lost some distance on my driver, man. It's weird. I can juice my pitching wedge up to, if I hit a draw, almost not a hook, but like a draw, I can hit my wedge like 160, bro. But I only hit my driver like 265, 270. It's just weird because I hit my wedge farther than guys are hitting a 320. Like my 8 iron is my 180 club. And like they're hitting like, I know it's probably better not hit your irons that far, but it's just weird. I have a weird game. I hit my irons and my wedges extremely far. My woods, like my 3-wood only goes like 240, but my 5 iron goes 220. I don't have that disparity there. So like I struggle from like 230 out. I usually just I just try to hit a fucking 4 iron or a 5 iron, and then I just end up missing like 10 yards short. What? It's 338. Longest drive, 338. Is that on flat on a driving range? That's fucking big time, bro. I say something similar to the 18, 20-year-olds I work with. They're closer to 30 than 18. I am closer to 40 than 30, unfortunately. Oh, fuck yeah, man. See, scrambles are fun because you just get to... I'm not a big scramble guy because I like to play my own ball and shoot the best score I can and play against the course. But scrambles are great. You just get drunk, eat, get free food and play with your buddies, and just, it's a different strategy. You get to let it loose, Let it all on the line. I would love to play a scramble with Fantasy Dog. I'm actually not a great scramble player because I don't hit it very far. I hit the fairway all the time. I'm very straight. My driver's very, very straight, very reliable. But I'm a table setter, I guess, and I could pump it up there 280. But with the guys I'm playing with, like they're all hitting a 300 plus. And putting and chipping doesn't really matter in scrambles, but putting is hit or miss. So it's like I really just rely on like my irons. I'm an iron player, which is good for a scramble as well. But like ideally with 4 shots with an iron, you should have someone putting it pretty close. And if you have a long drivers, like you're hitting wedges And then the putt, you can make 15 footers every time. So we got a really nice fall here. It's going to be Tank Dell. It's going to be AJ Barner. Hell yes. What's up, JD? How we doing, buddy? How we doing? Yeah, typically I am. I think the best mix is me being 2 off the tee. Yeah, you see my game, man. Ball striker for sure. I mean, that video is from 2 years ago, like 2.5 years ago, when I played 100 rounds a year and I was working at the country club still. So like that was prime. That was probably my peak when I was probably a plus 1.5 handicap. And that was also at my home course. Like that was the peak of my golf. Like the super bad quote, that was a peak of my ass getting career and it happened way too soon. I'm like Orson Welles. That was like me at my prime. Now I just played there. I played the same course on last Monday. I shot 79. And that was with 1 round. I had a triple and a double on back-to-back holes. Stupid triple and double. Played really well. It's just my short game is inconsistent. And like when I get off the beaten path, like I'm not scrambling and my putting is still always a little like shoddy. And just like get into these like 4-hole stretches where I'll make 4 bogeys in a row or I'll make a dumb double. And like, that's not scratch golf. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't make enough birdies for that to be scratch golf. When I'm on my game, I'll still shoot par, but 80 is just as likely as 72 these days. When in my prime, it was like I was shooting 80 like 3 times a year out of 100 rounds. And now it's just like 10% of the time I'm shooting an 82. Vele is a good pick now, guys. We need to start taking Vele as well as Bryce Lance. Bryce Lance as well. I mean, I'm not a scratch golf. I mean, my handicap is probably still scratched. The handicap system is so fucking flawed, dude. They take your 8 best rounds out of 20. And like, yeah, I've played 24 rounds this year. And my 8 best rounds, the worst score is like 75. But my 5 worst rounds are all 8. I think I've shot 4 rounds over 80 this year, including an 82 and an 83. So like that, you know, I hate the handicap system. I know it's to keep people honest, but you could also just cheat the system by not posting really high scores. It's just, it's an imperfect science that I just don't approve. I definitely prefer the way bowling is, right? Bowling is every game, every frame. That's your average. And that's probably the most fair way to do it. But golf's a weird game with some old, some curmudgeons that are in charge. It's like the Hall of Fame committees. It's just like, nope, this guy did this. He's not in. I mean, these are all best ball, JD. I'm up to like almost 450 in best ball, 450 of these. But I'm going to be doing 40 redrafts, man. 40 redrafts this year. So I was telling everyone earlier, I did my first Fantrax Public on Wednesday. Tomorrow night, I have my second and third draft. I did a home league already, but tomorrow night I have 2 drafts. One's $250 and one's $100. So that's what I do, is either 250s or 100s. So at 9 p.m. and 10 p.m. Central, back to back, I am going to be streaming my drafts. I'm going to be streaming all of them, essentially. Even the Thrones League. I'm in a content creator league with a bunch of big names. Joe Pisapia, Nice and Blunt, a bunch of people that you might know. I'm going to stream that. That's next Tuesday, I believe. 8 p.m. Central. I'll be streaming that. So looking forward to that. I got to figure out what I'm going to do with this pick. It needs to be running back, and there's probably no one good to take. That's a fine pick. That's a fine pick. That's a good pick. So let's take Jaden Blue way after ADP, and we're going to play this one a little aggressive with just those running backs. We're going to take, I think Calvin Ridley might be a waste of a pick. But we're going to roll with Ridley for some floor, and I'll take a swing. Well, that's my last pick. Whatever. It's fine. We got some upside with Jaden Blue there. Let's see. Wow, it used to be 3 out of 5, something like that. Yeah, it changes all the time. We'll see, Max. Let's see. We're at 1 hour and 20 minutes. Me and Storey did 2 essentially. The first fucking stream was bullshit. My internet's been fucking atrocious. Let's see here. What do we do? Let's see the timing here. We did 2 hours and 20 minutes. This is 3 hours and 45 minutes on the night. let's do team review, see how it goes. We'll definitely do it if we meet the goal. We have a $3 super sticker for Fantasy Dog, $7 more in super chats. Or if we get one more member, one more person joining the Discord, for sure, we will do it then. For sure. Either or hit. We're definitely gonna do that. And again, guys, this is the last night to become an OG, and there are perks in the OG. You know, you get grandfathered in, whatever tier you want to get in. You're in there for life at the same price. If you want to upgrade, you still get the old prices 5 years down the road if you want to stay in it that long. Forever, you get in as an OG, and you get that your color. Your name is going to be in yellow, and the new members are going to be in blue or maybe green. I don't know what the color we're going to choose. But just another way to give back to the OGs that have been with us. Tonight, if you didn't hear, was the 1 year anniversary of the first stream of the channel. We just had our 5-year podcast show, the channel's anniversary. But 1 year anniversary was tonight of the first stream. I streamed my first redraft league of the year, and this is the 1 year anniversary. So I'm going to do the cutoff for OGs at the end of the stream. So, or whenever I fall asleep, how about that? Use the code PRO. If you do sign up, links in the description, use the code PRO, get 50% off, because why wouldn't you for the first month? And we offer a lot. We'll get to team reviews in a second. We offer a lot. You know the spiel. Discord community, which is the place to be. Community fantasy leagues, guest appearance in the show. We love having fans. Every Friday night this year during the football season, I'm going to have Tom on for about an hour and a half. We'll probably do a 3 or 4 hour show. And the rest of the show is we're going to have fans on the show. Come 2 or 3 fans each Friday night coming on, talking ball, answering questions, talking about Star Wars, whatever the hell we want to talk about. And you guys get free merchandise giveaways. I'm not wearing the shirt, but you get free hats, as well as access to the early plays, the early bets. You're going to make a lot more money than you're putting in, and you're supporting me as well. But 96 and 58 last year, 205 and 125 all time. I do release these bets Saturday night, but I place them on Wednesday and Thursday. So you get the actual time-sensitive bets before the odds change. They're all player props. And I just send the screenshot. You know, it's all legit because I'm actually betting my hard-earned money, $100, $150 in each of these bets. About 7 of them a week on average is what I do, and I'm very confident in these bets. So 1 year, fuck yeah, man. Fuck yeah. I don't want to demand it, Mouth, but Mouth just bought him a draft as well. And you know what? If somebody joins the Patreon, we'll do a fucking 4th draft. How about that? No, we ain't done, buddy. And we still got to do team reviews. So let's do some quick team reviews here. And I got to do a beer chug as well. So let's get some team reviews going down here. We're starting at the top here with Max's squad. He wants to redeem himself. We'll see how this team looks. Shuck, CJ Stroud, and Geno Smith. Not bad. I like the Geno pick with I like Shuck as well. Brees Hall, Swift, Judkins, Mason, and Najee with JSN, Nico, DK, Quentin Johnson. I like this combo here. Golden, Adonai Mitchell, and Bernard with Goddard, Jawan, and Schultz. Dude, I like this team, Max. I don't know what your main issue was with this team. I'm trying to figure out what it is. What is your issue with this team? I like it. It doesn't have the highest end receivers, but like I like DK and Quentin Johnson. I like Golden in best ball. Adonai Mitchell. Like this is fucking solid, man. I got no notes. I think it's a solid team. Like a solid B plus. I were to give it a grade. Get the Sloosh's team here. Sloosh, did you get the email, by the way? Kyler Murray, Bryce Young, and Mendoza at quarterback. JT, Love, Stevenson, Chuba, and Aaron Jones. Love and Chuba on the same team is a little risky right now, but Stevenson kind of ties this room together a little bit. Wilson, Evans, Brian Thomas. I don't want to do the week 4 thing because I haven't done any prep for that, Mouth. I don't know what like that means. You know, I don't know who to pull up. I mean, I know off the top of my head, but I didn't do any like stats for that. So let's see. We'll make sure our boy's in here. Yeah, he's in here. We got Sloosh. I'll give you a nice little welcome message in a little bit. I can't talk. This is Sloosh's team. So quarterback room is strong. It's weird, but I think I'm pretty high on Kyler this year. I'm pretty high on Bryce Young. JT, Love, Stevenson, Chuba, Aaron Jones, Garrett Wilson, Mike Evans, Brian Thomas, Addison, Jennings, Mooney, Vele, and Booty. I like the Vele pick, like I said. Brock Bowers and Cade. So it's a little light at wide receiver because Addison and Jennings and Mooney, but it's stacked up with Vikings. I do dig that. And a lot of Vikings. The running back room's a question, and the wide receiver room's a little thin. Same with quarterback. Aggressive team, though, Sploosh. Sploosh goes for the gold, and in a dollar draft, I do appreciate that. I am down for a super flex, guys. Jedi squad. If Jedi's still in here, I hope he is. Either way, let's review his team. Jalen Hurts, Dak Prescott, Matt Stafford, McCaffrey, Hampton, Pollard, Tracy. The dip on Tracy's okay. Risky, though. And then Dylan Sampson. I love Sampson. We want to talk to Sampson. Devonta Smith, Ibuka, Adams, Worthy, Flournoy, Judy, Knoll. It's a solid pick there. 199. Love that. Keon Coleman, George Kittle, and Jake Ferguson. So, I mean, with CMC and Hampton, you don't need much else. Pollard gives you a lot of flexibility here. And you know I love Sampson. So, quarterback room is really strong, maybe too strong. I don't see a lot of weakness besides this middle party receivers, but you got upside shots here with Worthy, Flournoy. And then, like I said, I am a fan of Keon Coleman, and I love Jalen Knoll. Like, he is the guy for me that has the biggest boost. Now, I think Schultz is the most relevant in terms of a guy that could have some improvement there, but I am a Jalen Knoll fan. He is a 4.4, 4.35 speed guy to the slot. Solid fucking player. Fantasy dog, the dog. We have Lamar and Jaden Daniels. Very strong quarterback room. James Cook, AJ, and Chris Rodriguez. I got a grade for you, buddy. Mike Washington, Ray Davis, and Sean Tucker. So the nice security there with James Cook. Zay Flowers, McLaurin, Michael Wilson, Diggy, Boston, Tucker. Love the Tucker pick. Malachi Fields and Torrey Horton. I still am in on Torrey Horton. We don't know the details about the injury. He might miss the start of the season. I don't think he's going to start on PUP or anything. And then Kyle Pitts and Mark Andrews. So very strong. It's Terrence Ferguson, JD. Pretty balanced team for Fantasy Dog. I think the running back room, I think Sean Tucker is not necessary. I would probably have gone with another wide receiver because I think the tight end room is fair. That's probably my only notes on that team. Let's go to the Dirty Milkers. We have Josh Allen and Jared Goff, Chase Brown, Josh Jacobs, Jonathan Brooks, Tyler Algier, and Monty Vidal. Really like the start of this running back room. Really, really, really solid. CeeDee Lamb, Michael Pittman, Dubs, Shakir, Wicks, Pat Bryant, Zach Branch, and Surratt. With Warren, Laporta, and Brenton Strange. You know, there's some stuff going on with Bateman that makes Surratt even more of a viable pick, although I love Surratt already. Tight end room is super strong, maybe too strong. You don't have the correlation with Strange. I would have just kept it at Tyler Warren and Sam Laporta. That's where I would have stopped. So I think Brenton Strange is a little unnecessary here, Milkers, but that's where Jonathan Brooks goes, man. I mean, that's where he goes, and this is a newer tournament, so you're not getting, like, screwed on ADP from guys that got him at pick 120. So in this situation with Algier and Brooks, I don't hate it. I think Algier is now going to be pretty relevant, and you have two studs already, so I don't hate it. In the wide receiver room, yes, it's lacking after CeeDee Lamb, but this stretch I do like for floor. The upside is the question with wide receiver, and that's why I think Brenton Strange should have been a wide receiver. See you later, Fantasy Dog. We'll talk to you tomorrow, man. Again, don't forget the draft is tomorrow night. It's a slow draft, 4 hours per pick, the best ball. I'll DM you and we'll talk in the sleeper chat, dude. And I'll get you all caught up on it, and we'll figure out everything going forward. So appreciate you, man. Glad to have you in there. I'm glad you tuned in and we got that all figured out, man. And then Mouth, Herbert and Malik Willis, Genty, Corum, Dobbins, Monungai, and Rashad White. That's a run. I like Strange too, just for that team having those two good tight ends. And it wasn't stacked. I feel like it was a little bit much. This is an aggressive running back room. This is a $1 tournament. This is how you do it, man. Dobbins should give you the early season stuff, as well as Corum. But Monungai and Rashad White, all viable options behind your stalwart there in Genty. Jefferson, Ladd, Waddle, Watson, Marv, Trey Harris, Caleb Douglas, and Chris Bell. So you got the double stack there with Willis. And this is solid. Dulcich, Gaston, and Waller. You know, the fall on Gaston's super nice now. You had to reach up to get Dulcich. I think 3 stacks with Malik is just too heavy because his value's on his legs. That being said, man, this wide receiver room is bonkers. The running back room is pretty fair with a lot of upside built in with these guys. And Herbert and Malik Willis, let's go. You got a Trey Harris stack. You have a Gatson stack. Fucking A-, brother. A-. We'll check out my team real quick. Joe Burrow, Sam Darnold, Saquon, Kenneth Walker, Rico, Kenny Gainwell, and Jaden Blue. Really nice ball on Jaden Blue. Higgins, Tat, Rome, Godwin, Shaheed, Cooper, Tank Dell, and Calvin Ridley. I don't have a lot of Cooper, so I'm kind of taking the dip here just to get some exposure. Harold Fannin, Chicago, and A.J. Barner. Really strong tight end room. It's kind of just blah. I do like the running back room here. It's fine. Everything about this team is just fine. I wouldn't grade it that great. So we want to do a super flex draft. We can do that. So let me get it up and ready. We'll do a countdown. We'll do 2:40. 2:40 a.m. Central. We're going to join this Field General 2. The advancements 3 out of 12, 2 out of 12, 1 out of 12, and then 118 finals. That's pretty small. Let's look at the payouts real quick. 118 is giving us 118th place. It's giving us $200. So it's hard to make the final on this one. If you make the final, though, you're guaranteed 200 minimum, and it goes up to winning team is 50K, 20K for second, 10K for third, 5K. You're in over 1,000 if you get top 10. So 33,000 entrants. It's not great. It's hard to make it, but I do like the advancement structure. Really, dude, I don't know, man. It wasn't stacked enough for my liking. I have a double stack with Darnold, only one stack with Joe Burrow. It can't be an A-. I think it's a solid team, but I liked yours better for sure. Yours is more aggressive, and I'm gonna always favor, if it's a wash, the tiebreaker is a team that stacks more, that took some more unique builds and some more unique players. So, yeah, McAuliffe, I'll push it to 242 for you, my dude. We can do that for McAuliffe, my boy McAuliffe. We had a pretty good conversation the other day. We are drafting a team together. We already did draft a team together. It's a badass team. So we did some planning, and the league did not know. They had no idea what was going to hit them.
Good. Tell me everything.
Okay, they were both here. They were both inside me. Eduardo was in my mouth and Luther was in my butt.
Oh my God, no, don't tell me everything. What? No, what?
Damn it, Bonnie.
Eduardo who?
Sanchez.
Holy shit, tell us more.
Then Luther went in Eduardo's butt for a while.
Tell us less. Tell us less.
Then they both completed on each other. I was left out of the finale.
Don't be left out of the finale, folks. We don't want that. So 242. We're doing 242 for this Field General draft. And again, gentlemen, we will do, this is the third draft of the night. We're approaching 4 hours. Oh, hell yeah, Jedi. You know, we can always talk to Samson. Maybe we'll talk to Samson twice.
I want to talk to Samson. Climbing to the moon like that bitch Alice Cram.
Hell yeah, Samson. Oh, it muted me.
I want to talk to Samson. Climbing to the moon like that bitch Alice Cram.
Let's see here. I'm so happy, bro. I got the 12th pick in the Thrones League. It's a 14-man league. I had the fifth pick, so the fifth to last. So that would be the 10th priority. So 9 people got to pick their pick ahead of me, choose their draft slot. Yeah, I got the 12th pick. I love it. I get 2 awesome running backs, or I get a fall on CeeDee Lamb. Guys, we're less than a minute. 242. We're gonna join this. I'm clicking on enter. I'm not entering. 2:42 a.m. Central. So about 30 seconds. We're gonna join this super flex. Again, it's super flex. 20 rounds. It could be a good time. It's a good time. It's gonna be a good time. Maybe not a bad time. We're gonna pick the vibes up and the music after this. Yes, definitely quarterback early. Max, if you want to sit this one out, man, if you don't know Superflex, you can watch this one and prep for another one. I would probably suggest sitting it out, man. If you haven't played Superflex, learn from the best. I'll walk you through it, man. My personal, professional opinion is just to watch and hang out. All right, we're probably like 10 seconds away, maybe last. 2:42 a.m. Central. Get it ready. Get it ready. There it is. Yeah, Sloosh, you got to make sure you're now officially, you're not only are you a community member, Sloosh is a fucking fanatic, brother, a fanatic, and I'm gonna you get a lot of perks. I'll talk to you. You get the big shebang. I hook up my boys, so I'll DM you either later tonight or tomorrow. and we'll chat. I'll fill you in on how everything works. And I am at your service. I got the first pick. That's pretty dope. But yeah, definitely you need to get your free checkup. You get a free checkup as well from Dr. Ray.
He had a meniscus issue, which totally tanked Derrick Rose's career.
We'll take some Josh Allen. First pick, my first of the super flexes. So we like that. What's going on, Anthony? How you doing, man? Happy, well, it was Friday night. It's now, depending on where you live, I think wherever you live in the country, it is Saturday morning. So it is the weekend. And we are just, yeah, do a Dalmatian. Fuck around there, man. And I'll talk you through it. So ADPs are different. It's 20 rounds. There's one receiver less. So it's one wide receiver spot less. And there's a super flex in that spot. I got you, Sploosh. We're gonna pop that cherry, brother. And you also have the option to come on the show, my dude. So, again, we've had probably 10 or 12 different fans. Maybe not. I think 10 or 12, honestly, come on the show. So, everyone's been great. It's, I know it could be a little nerve-wracking, but I think I keep it pretty chill. I'll take care of it. What's up, Mike? Says, good luck, fellas. Thanks, man. We keep it pretty chill. You know, you watch the show enough. And if it's something you're interested in, would love to have you on. And if it's something you're a little nervous about or whatever, if you don't have experience, we can always have you on with Storey, with Ray. Ray's always fun. And just hang out with us and just answer some questions. And that's what we do around here, man. Lamar at 3, Bijan at 4. Let's pick up the pace a little bit. I only have 4 songs uploaded right now. So let's just pick up the pace a little bit with some funk shit. I know we already listened to this one, but didn't have enough room. I didn't want to delete a lot of stuff. Yeah, I gotta check the schedule, Mouth. It's my guest spots are just like gone. I told everyone about that tonight with Storey. Like, I have 2 or 3 drafts every single day. And one of the issues with the drafts is when I have my other computer, like I'm doing now, specifically Fantrax, it gets laggy as shit. So I have so much money on the line here that I don't want to fuck with the connection, and I want to be pretty focused. It's already a lot of stuff to talk to the chat and still put on a good production while I am drafting. Jamar Chase falls to 9. Big reason for that is you just, in a super flex, you just cannot get Joe Burrow. He's already gone, right? Fuck yeah, man. So again, it's tough for guest spots until the season starts because I have all these drafts like I mentioned. But Friday night's fan night, and Tom comes on for an hour and a half or so just to do the main show, and then we'll be on for 3 hours at least. So we'll have the last hour and a half rotating fans throughout the year, and then the nice thing is I have such a nice, like, the community's great, and I have so many co-hosts, but like they can't always make their slot. Sometimes they're on vacation or whatever the case, maybe they're sick. Always some openings for fans, and the off season is really where we get cooking with the fan night, because we're still putting out contents. I mean, we were on pretty much 7 nights a week in fucking May and March and shit. But that's where we can just fuck around and just like do some movie stuff and just whatever you guys want to talk about. That's what we do. McCaffrey at the 202. This guy does Mouth does not go quarterback. Puka and McCaffrey. Pretty nice value. You got McCaffrey after JT. I do dig that one. Mouth, I don't have my draft schedule in front of me. It's in my bedroom. So I don't want to wake up Erica right now. So I can I'll text you after the show and I'll see what the draft times are for that day. I know we're doing your show with Iron Eagle in the morning, so that doesn't affect anything. I think I might have 2 drafts. I'm guessing that September 1st is like I have 2 every time. A call is first ever Superflex. Well, we drafted it. You didn't first ever best ball Superflex, right? There goes St. Brown. we're going to go. Oh, we got a bunch of good options here. And it's pretty clear here. I'm going to go Jackson Dart. And then I'm going to go James Cook. Pretty good start here. Where are you at, McCall? If I didn't look at the board here. Jedi is at 4. Buddy Man is at 5. We have McCullough at 9. Sploosh at 10 with Jalen Hurts and Dak Prescott. Pretty nice start there. Mouth at 11 with Flippy Flaps at 12. Yeah. Super flex, you don't have to flex a quarterback. That's a nice thing here. You still want to have at least 2 quarterbacks for sure, but especially in this format where it's only 4 for a passing touchdown, like, you know, it's not PPR, it's half PPR, but you can get away with starting some weeks with a running back or a wide receiver or even a tight end in the flex or super flex. It's not ideal, but you don't get the 0 points like you would in a 2 quarterback. Also, guys, I know you haven't seen Mouth in a little while on the show, partially because he's going to be a weekly time slot, and it's not just any weekly time slot. It is the private show, the private Patreon community members show we're going to do for you guys every single Friday. That's going to be before the normal show. How that works is it's only viewable for the 44 people in there, or whatever, all the Patreon members. And if you can't make the stream, we'll probably do like 7 p.m. on Friday. If you can't make it, just put your question in the Discord. We'll have a little tab open for that. And then we will read your question. We'll talk it out. And then after the stream is done, it'll load into a video. And then we will timestamp that with your name. So if Max, you can't make it, and you have a question, and let's say we read it at 8 minutes, I'll just put Max in the timestamp, and you can go right to your name and get to your answer, or our answer for your question. So that'll be pretty fun. So that'll be every single week. Downtown Fanatics on the show. Looking forward to that. A lot of stuff cooking, man. Draft me some Cup. Connor's got a lot of Cup shares, man. Yeah, I mean, Sploosh, traditionally, though, it's you should always start a quarterback, but when you shouldn't, if you play in a Superflex league that has like -3 for an interception. I used to have a home league I played in that was 6 for a passing touchdown, but -3 for an interception, but it was -6 for a pick 6. So like it was -3 plus an additional -3, and bad quarterbacks will get negative. You know, if you have a guy that throws a pick 6 and like, God, who was the quarterback for the fucking Texans? That Matt Schaub. Remember Matt Schaub's like pick 6 streak, where if he throws 2 picks and he throws a pick 6, that's -9. If he doesn't have a good game, he gets negative. Like that for sure happens. So in that case, yeah, starting a quarterback just to start a quarterback is not a good idea. But traditionally, it's always start a quarterback if you can, unless it's like who is the quarterback Cook for the the Jets last year? Brady Cook. Was it Brady Cook? Like that dude was getting like 9 points a game, so it was like you were better off starting a fucking wide receiver. He would go like 13 of 28 for a $135 and a pick. And he'd have like 24 rushing yards, but awful stuff. Ah, you're from Houston, yeah. So you experienced that shit for reals, dude. That was awful, man. That was some awful stuff. And this is a smash spot, dude. Let's get it. We got Neighbors falling back to us. We're gonna go aggressive here with Neighbors and Jeremiah Love, because I want to prioritize running backs. I am loving this team, man. The Neighbors fall, and this is 20 rounds, so you can be a little bit more aggressive with the players you're taking, because I can take 8 receivers. You only have to start 2 receivers essentially, and you can flex. You don't get to start a running back in the flex, but you don't. It's not 3 receivers. So yeah, Mouth, is this a different than your other home league? Your other one's $50. That was a 14-man. Who is this with? Just some buddies or what? Oh, Connor fell asleep. We love Connor. Connor, you know what? If you notice, Connor, on the wheels, I put Connor spirit animal because, you know, I'm quite a bit older than you, but I was a wild, I mean, I'm still pretty wild, dude. I mean, I've definitely settled down a lot. But I put Connor spirit animal because we're spirit animals, man. Yes, I'm from Houston. They literally picketed with signs outside to leave after that pick 6 streak. He was gone after that year. My buddy's actually Nick O, and then you don't know Joe, but that's his. You see him in the chat a little bit. It's not the Montana here, but his YouTube name is Montana. His middle name is Montana. Joe is, and they went to I think the last game at the old Niners stadium, and that was during the Matt Schaub pick 6 streak. And they were playing the Texans, and he threw a fucking pick 6. That was one of like the 4 games. Wild stuff. Matt Schaub had a couple really good years with Andre Johnson. I'm in, Mouth. What is the draft day? Again, I'm not going to know exactly because I have my whole list. My list is crazy. 40 drafts on there. Would love to, man. Would love to. Let me know the time. And maybe there's a chance that the draft I'm in that day isn't full, and I could switch things around potentially. So let me know the draft day and time if you know it, and would love to do it. Win you some money there, buddy. Mouth is a big part of the show, guys. Again, check out, if you have not already, again, we mentioned the Downtown Sports thing. We mentioned the Iron Eagle thing. In general, you should sub for that because you want to watch that show, because if you want to get prepped for the NFL season, this show is great for that. But, you know, I have Storey and Ray who are awesome, and Chaz and Nick O, and, you know, we had Who Hames on. Shout out Who Hames. Nice and blunt. Fantasy Football Garage. We're all super sharp. Iron Eagle has insider information that none of us have access to. So check out Downtown Sports. Go over to YouTube right now. They're on 23 platforms. The link in the description is actually just their Spotify thing, if you like Spotify. But we much prefer to get the subs up, and that's the best viewing experience because it is a visual show. And that's where sports comes home. Mouth and Beast. Great show. I've been a guest on the show 3 or 4 times now, and I'm about to be a guest again with a very, very important guest, Iron Eagle. What do we do here? Well, I have a couple nice options. Bucky Irving has short hair now in this picture. It looks a little goofy, but there goes Scatabo. Damn it. Really wanted Scatabo there. It would have been lovely. It would have been lovely. That would be lovely. Got some nice options. He takes Brissett. So we're building kind of a banger here. Definitely a banger. We have Love and James Cook right now. So this dude has Trey McBride. We just got Colson Loveland 12 picks after ADP. We dig that. And then we got to take a running back here. It is going to be bye weeks are not a concern. We're going to take Judkins for the bye week stuff. And we love Judkins. So this team is stacked, man. We only have one receiver. It's Neighbors. I don't care. We're going to stack this team with so many fucking receivers. That's not going to matter. This start is pretty pure, man. Allen and Darts. Now risky with the injury stuff with Dart, but Josh Allen has no risk, apparently. James Cook, Love, and Judkins, Neighbors, and Loveland. So we are really solid at tight end, very solid at running back, and the rushing upside and rushing touchdown upside of these guys is best in the biz, man. So this is a great start. This is an A start for sure. We'll see what comes back to me. I'm pretty flexible. I can still take another running back here. We're going to want to prioritize Isaiah Likely or Dalton Kincaid. Probably Isaiah Likely because I don't have a lot of other stacking pieces available. You know, I could take, you know, one of the late receivers, Malachi Fields or some shit, but I don't want to do that. So we got a chance here for a banger. We can do that. Definitely want to do that. All right, I got my ADP or my Q set. Any other comments, questions, get them in. we're talking, we're hanging, we're drafting. It is Friday nights. It's been a hell of a night, as always. Again, tomorrow we got a couple drafts. We're streaming for you guys. Real drafts. Like, not saying these aren't real, but redrafts. One's $250, one's $100. Both Fantrax Publics, full PPR. The best spot to get real-time ADP, and you can tune in the whole year. I'm gonna be streaming 34 of those fuckers. So I'm gonna send. I'll update the ADP list I make, which is just all in the leagues I'm doing with each player. It's a nice little spreadsheet I have, and we will update that for you guys every couple days in the Discord, just to see where guys are going, where they've gone, the trends of how their ADPs are shifting based on each day, each week, etc. Be a good time, a great way to track, when you get to your draft day. And not all leagues are created equal, right? This is just a normal PPR league, and there's always some funky settings in home leagues, but it's relevant because these are big money leagues with some pretty sharp people. I am also, oh my God, there goes DJ Moore. What in the hell, McAuliffe? McAuliffe, you have one running back. Why didn't you take... I guess he wasn't going to make it back. You should have taken Stevenson, man. That hurts my soul. It hurts my soul. It's okay. We'll come back from it. And there's a really good option I do like. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're liking what we got. Christian Watson would have been a smash for me. I can't get Christian Watson anymore. I'm going to have a lot of Christian Watson in redraft. Let me tell you what. We targeted him ahead of ADP quite a bit. Let's bring him up. Let's bring him up. I think I have the play here. I got to go aggressive here. Tua is not an aggressive pick for me here. This guy's probably taking Tua. He doesn't take Tua. So we're going to rock Brian Thomas and Marvin Harrison for our 2 and 3 here. What league is that, Jay? What's up, Jay? How you doing, man? What league is that? Starts in week 16. So is it 16, 17, 18? That is wonky, bro. We want 15, 16, 17. I have still the belief that I want my championship week 16, but I don't want to lose the regular season. Also, you can't do that now because week 14 is a fucking bye week, which you don't want your playoffs starting with bye weeks. It's bullshit. Like last year, there was leagues that did that. McCaffrey had a week 14 bye. The Niners had a week 14 bye. And they had teams doing that. You make the playoffs, and you have to have your players on bye. But, yeah, I'd rather have that almost than week 18. Week 18 is a shit show, man. You could never predict who's going to play. Oh, all right. I mean, is it a public league, Jay? Because no way I'm doing a public league with randoms where there's trades. There could be buddies in there that are just going to give each other their teams. There's probably a veto system, but who knows? Maybe it's 4 buddies that allow the veto system not to work. So not into that one, dude. If that's what you tell them, if that's like the thing. So not into that one. Now it's time to reach on some players. Our team is fucking stacked. Like, this is a banger, dude. Allen, Jackson Dart, Cook, Love, and Judkins. Neighbors, Thomas, and Harrison with Colson, Loveland at really good value. This pick right here at 72 allows us to kind of reach a little bit, right? We didn't get a lot of value elsewhere, but the build is money. The strategy is firm. It's safe. It's aggressive. So we can really go in any direction we want, but I want to try to get some stacks in this team in this tournament. The advancements rate's tough. It's only a 118 person final, which isn't daunting, but the fact that it's so hard to get to the final, you're not going to have just bummy squads. So you need to have a fucking banger to actually get top 50, top 30, top 20. So we'll see what we can do here. What do we want to do here? No running back. No quarterback yet. So I think I know what I want to do. I think it's a little early, but I can't risk it. 133. There's no way he's coming back. So we're going to try stacking this team up here because the flex spot can be used anywhere. I'm going to have so many wide receivers in this team in the back end, and we have some high-end guys that I'm pretty high on. But looking at this right now, it's like, dude, I don't want to overstack this team. If I can get this value, and then there goes Fan. I was going to take Fannin. That was going to be the play. And tight ends are off the board here. So we're going to take, this is perfect. We're going to take Kincaid to pair up, and we're going to take Quentin Johnston. So now we don't have to force any more stacks. We do have James Cook and Kincaid with Josh Allen. We have Malik Neighbors with Jackson Dart, so that's money. I think I might just roll with that. I want to get some Cowboys players because that's a big game. Week 17, that's the correlating game. It's Cowboys and it's Giants. Not the biggest deal, but I definitely want to get a player or two in there. The only real option is going to be Brian Flournoy, which I do like. We're going to need to push up Brian Flournoy here. Here goes Michael Wilson. Jordan Tyson is an option, man. It's really an option. All right. There goes Mr. Handjob. There goes Deshaun Watson. And always got to queue up the clip for Deshaun Watson.
Oh, that would be awesome. Thank you.
So
because,
good.
you know, we're worried about that. That would be great. Plus, you know, you scratch our backs, we'll scratch yours.
Well, Jules, the funny thing about my back is that it's located on my cock.
Damn straight, Jules. Unfortunately, not the best Jules in movie history because that has to go to my guy Samuel L. Jackson in Pulp Fiction. All-time Jules. Whoa, bless me. Excuse me. And there goes Shador. So we got both Brown shitty quarterbacks off the board. Mouth with Shador. McAuliffe with Deshaun. So I like the running backs you to go with who play Corman, Kalman, guy. Now you take Isaiah Likely. Fair pick. Not really a snipe because I have Kincaid and Loveland. There goes Keaton Mitchell. Jesus, dude. This is rough, but we have a play here we do like. All right, bunch of good options here on the board. Up in 4 picks. We'll see how it goes. Oh, shit, I owe a chug here. So, did not forget a chug here after I make this back-to-back selection with this awesome team. We'll check out the team after this pick, these dual picks, and then we'll do a chug. And we'll get back to the chat when we get some more chats in there. I mean, I can just talk about anything. I can just talk to myself as well. I'm pretty good at that. All right. This needs to happen here. This needs to happen. This is a savvy. Oh, yeah. We're going to take Jordan Tyson. We're going to take Carson Beck as our third quarterback. We have Marvin Harrison, and it's a nice pairing with Jackson Dart. Maybe Jackson Dart doesn't make the whole year. Like their fantasy playoff schedule as well. So we're sitting with Josh Allen, Jackson Dart, and Carson Beck at quarterback. James Cook, Jeremiah Love, and Quinshon Judkins. We also have Jeremiah Love, so it's correlated up, man. The running back room is starting to get a little thin. Neighbors, Thomas, Harrison, Quentin Johnston, and Tyson. with Loveland and Kincaid. We're probably just going to roll with Loveland and Kincaid here. There's no one else to take realistically here at tight end. No correlation, at least. And I need to kind of make up running back and wide receiver a little bit. We have Neighbors and Tyson, same bye and injury risk. We have Quentin Johnson and Brian Thomas. We have a lot of week 7 buys here. So we really have to fill out this squad. We're probably bank on not getting Josh Allen's points week 7 because Carson Beck should not be starting there. Just like we're not going to get Jackson Dart's points week 8. We got to make this team good enough to withstand those weeks of losing the quarterback points. And I think it will be. I mean, unfortunately, we're not going to have Tyson that week either, but we're done at quarterback. We're done at tight ends. We just need to smash the wide receiver and running back positions, and we're golden, man. We are golden. There goes Shakir. I knew he was never going to make it back to me. No big deal. Let me pour one up here, and I'll be back in 19 seconds. Again, this is a great clip from Family Guy. Don't auto draft.
Looking back, I never should have tried to do 2 fantasy football drafts while flying a plane. I ended up with 4 defenses. Ugh.
FE117, looks like you got rough weather. Maybe you should just do auto draft for your fantasy leagues. Over.
Negative control. I am heterosexual. Over.
Love that. Love that. All right. There goes Kirk Cousins. Chug race time. Chug race time.
Here you go.
I think I lost. How you guys feeling about your teams in here? I know there's like 4 or 5 of us in here. I'm loving my squad. There's some risk here for sure. But when I got the start that I had, I wanted to go aggressive with the Carson Beck pick. I didn't really reach on him, but Allen Dart, Carson Beck, Cook, Love, Judkins, Neighbors, Thomas, Marvin Harrison, Quentin Johnson. Some big play touchdown dudes here with Jordan Tyson. Probably a little bit too much risk there with Tyson, but I want to go for this, man. Loveland and Dalton Kincaid. Yeah, what up, Mouth? We got a chance to make this thing. Definitely. And I got enough stacks. I got a double stack with Carson Beck. I have a stack with Jackson Dart, which doesn't really need that much stacking. And I have James Cook and Dalton Kincaid. So I'm kind of correlated, a decent amount of correlation. But I have rushing quarterbacks. At least the top 2 are rushing quarterbacks, which I do like. Let's do this. Oh, man, that would have been golden. We're going to do this, though, for sure. This is the pick I said I needed to make, and I'm going to make it. So, Love is risky. So is this guy. But if we get these 2 players that are in my queue, I'm going to be ecstatic here. Ecstatic on this team. Like, this could be a shipper, man. I don't say that very often. McCall doesn't love his team. I'll check it out here in a second, buddy. Hell yeah, bro. So we just got Pacheco. And we just got Flournoy. And you might be like, why Ryan Flournoy? Ryan Flournoy in week 17, it is Giants and Cowboys. And I am pretty all in on the Giants, obviously, with Dart. So just another piece in that game is pretty major. Josh Allen, Jackson Dart, Carson Beck. We have James Cook, Jeremiah Love, Quinshon Judkins, and Pacheco, with Neighbors, Brian Thomas, Marvin Harrison, Quentin Johnson, Jordan Tyson, and Ryan Flournoy, and Loveland. The fall on Loveland was lovely, and Kincaid. So enough correlation, a lot of upside. The floor is a little questionable here, but the fact that I'm going with 2 tight ends, only 3 quarterbacks is about standard in a super flex league. But I have some. What are we in? 15. So 5 more picks. So probably going to be 3-6-9-2 would probably be ideal for this team. I need some more insurance here, but I do love having James Cook and Judkins, and I'm not too worried about Love. I think he plays week 1. Now, what that means and how many snaps is that, we'll see. We don't need him, though. We don't need him. We have Judkins and they have a pretty nice early season schedule. So, what's up, Mouth? You needed my opinion? I got you, brother. We're super happy with this team. I'm glad you guys talked me into doing a super flex because this is my first entry into it. I am running low on funds, so I was trying to do some smaller entries. I have fucking over $2,000 in best ball, which is way more than I like to do. I'm only putting in like 5,500 in redraft this year, so that's kind of a wonky ratio. I like to be 5-1 redraft to best ball. But I think we've been in a pretty nice groove, and obviously love drafting on stream with you guys. Let's check out McCall's squad. Ollie Gordon? No, it's Gaston. Okay, I thought it was Ollie Gordon. I was like, what the fuck? Chase, Smith, Flowers, McLaurin, and DJ Moore. Super strong receivers. Trevor Lawrence and Tyler Shuck with Watson and Cousins. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Early season, you should be really good at quarterback. Problem is, these guys might lose their jobs. At running back, you have Chase Brown, Cora Monungai, Marshawn Lloyd. You got to make up running back here. Ray Davis, hell of a pick, McAuliffe. You know, I talked to you. My Ray Davis love is for real. It's been there forever, and not just the player, but the situation, the Ty Johnson injury. It just Ray Davis is such a smash pick right now. I don't reach on him per se because I already have 22% Ray Davis. So like, I got my Ray Davis bag when it was even cheaper. We still have not heard anything about Ty Johnson. All we heard was he's got a lower hamstring injury, which means like it's by the knee, which is pretty ominous. And they're going to let us know in a week what the injury is. That's the fucking worst thing in the world. If this was like an important player, we'd be shitting our pants. But it makes James Cook better, you know, the pass catching upside of James Cook, and it makes Ray Davis an actual like usable option in these tournaments. Not so much in redraft like week to week when there's no injury to Cook, but he could fall into the end zone a few times and get some pass catching stuff. So definitely in on that. Man, this running back situation is grody. But that being said, I think I have a guy I like. So, two guys I like. We have Quentin Johnston already, but we could take some floor here. We're going to take Trey Harris. Almost guarantee one guy maybe pops off a little bit. We're going to take Braylon Allen, who early season should give us some stuff there. Even if Breece Hall plays week 1, maybe they give Braylon Allen instead of, 6 touches, they give him 9 touches. Maybe he gets the goal line work, which I think he might already. So it's not the best running back 5. It's just we need Love to be healthy. This is a nice group. No, Najee would have been the correlation. I am still not sold on Najee, bro. I think it's an insurance policy for Tracy. I still want to prefer Tyron Tracy. And it would be a timeshare there either way. I think it makes a lot of sense. I need early season stuff with the Jeremiah Love issue. And Braylon Allen has pretty good upside as well. And then we have Trey Harris and Quentin Johnson. That gives us a nice little floor of it is 3 week 7 buys. Not worried about that. It gives us in that game as well. I do like their playoff schedule. That week 16 game against the Dolphins. Got to shout out Nice and Blunt for really breaking down it was mostly for a Herbert conversation. But on paper, that matchup, for a quarterback, for an offense, specifically wide receivers, Miami doesn't seem like a great matchup. It could get out of hand early. They don't play the whole game, whatever. They start running the ball. Not when you factor in that the Dolphins passed on Herbert and took Tua. They fired Mike McDaniel. Mike McDaniel is also the same offensive coordinator that put up 70 points and kept on running up the score against the Broncos. So you don't think Mike McDaniel's going to be motivated in that game to fucking beat the piss out of a hapless-ass Miami team who's tanking, who might not even have, the team already sucks right now. They could be worse week 16. So that is a great week 16 game. I want pieces of that game. We have Trey Harris. We don't have Herbert. We have Trey Harris and Quentin Johnson. So there could be a couple touchdowns there for both those guys. Or 2 touchdowns for one of those guys or a touchdown for both. Max, Love, Jones, Mendoza, Genty, ETN, Swift, Blue, and Najee, CD, Watson, Downs, Godwin, Pittman, Coker. I love the Downs, Godwin, Pittman, Coker. That floor there because you have Watson and CD. Trey Tucker, Wicks, Tucker. Nice upside shots there, especially Trey Tucker. And then Warren and Gesicki. Pretty good, man. Pretty good team, Max. That was the dollar one you just drafted, right? Exactly. And that game was over in the first quarter, McAuliffe. Right. Well, this is in Superflex for sure. But you were talking about your draft. Yeah, people do like Aaron Rodgers. You know, it's the pieces. People draft a lot of obviously Pittman and DK at a reasonable price. Let's do this. Makes a lot of sense. This is a must in this team for later. But are we done at running back? Or do we try to take a shot on another running back? I think we're going to wait a little bit. And we could still take Najee later. He is still available later. We are going to take Tesla. We have 3 more picks. So, let's just get Najee now on this team. I'm glad he fell. We'll take Najee now on this team. And we're also going to take... We're going to take Vele for the early season stuff. I think our week 8 is kind of an issue. But we need some floor to get us by for Tyson. 1, 2, only 3 receivers with week 8 bye. We're good there. Vele gives us some nice floor. Loveland and Kincaid. We're going to roll aggressive here at tight ends. I think that's... see you later, Max. Appreciate you, man. We could actually end receiver here and take a 3rd tight end. If there's a guy I like that's available, we can definitely do that. And there is an option here in Theo Johnson that would be nice. There's also Dawson Knox. Don't want to do that. So we'll put Theo Johnson in the queue. I don't think I want to get cute, though. I think I'm with Loveland. If Loveland just stays healthy, this team is fine. Yeah, I think we're fine. And then... we do have one player we need on this team. So we'll see how it goes. There goes P. Ryan. That's a good pick. All right. 1 round left. Sad feeling the night's coming to an end. We're going to do team reviews after this, though, guys. So stick around.
This is bad. We got to definitely write a song about how we do not diddle kids. Do not diddle kids. It's no good diddling kids.
There is no quicker way for people to think that you are diddling kids than by writing a song about.
We're powering through. We did 2 hours and what was it? 2 hours and 20 minutes. Now we're on to 2 hours and 13 here. So that is 4.5 hours tonight. And tomorrow night's going to be more of the same. We have 2 Fantrax public drafts we're streaming. One's $250, one is $100. And that is 9 p.m. Central and 10 p.m. Central back-to-back. And then we're going to have Big Ray, Dr. Ray, join the show and talk about some injuries and draft some best ball teams. Big night of drafting, big night of chilling, drinking, all the things you know and love about this program. And hopefully you guys can tune in then, at least catch part of it, because, we're on here 4 hours a goddamn night. And we're loving it. Whoa, Brevin Spam Ford for Sploosh. That's a deep one, bro. That's a deep one. Brevin Spam Ford. Okay. He's spamming tight end is what he's doing. Sploosh has Dak, I'm guessing, right? Yes, he does. Like that pick, actually, man. That is not... he's not going to be owned anywhere, dude. And that's kind of a nice edge to have. So that's why we love Sploosh. Also love Sploosh. Shout out Sploosh. Splooge is that's the fucking drink from Holes, I think. The Splooge. Shout out Sploosh. Jackson Hawes. For joining the community, your name's going to be listed here, the top of the line there in terms of the Fanatics. He's also an OG now. It's nice to cut off to be an OG in the community. So, a Fanatic, that's an OG. Fuck yes, brother. Fuck yes, brother. Super excited, man. And thank you, brother. Thank you. Season's almost here, man. It is a time. It is a blast. And, you're going to catch us every single night on here as well as in the Discord. All the peeps are in there. And everyone's doing it. We're going to take Keon Coleman. Let's do that. We have Josh Allen. So now we have Keon Coleman. We have Dalton Kincaid and James Cook. 1 stack each. We love this fucking team. We absolutely love this team. I'm going to see how it looks on paper. We're going to start with my team for team reviews because we're going to go in order. We always go 1 through 12 for community members. Give me I want a grade from you guys in this team because I'm in love with this squad. This is one of my favorite Superflex drafts I've done this year. I've probably only done in this tournament my first one, but dating back to the Superflex back in the day, maybe 50 of them. This is by far my favorite one, I think. Josh Allen, Jackson Dart, and Carson Beck. James Cook, Jeremiah Love, Quinshawn Judkins, Pacheco, Braylon Allen, and Najee Harris. Neighbors, Brian Thomas, Marvin Harrison, Quentin Johnston, Jordan Tyson, Ryan Flournoy, for that game against the Giants, Trey Harris, Vele, and Keon Coleman. So Vele gives us some coverage for Jordan Tyson potentially. Colson, Loveland, and Kincaid. So this is probably my worry just in terms of it being shallow. But I had to get because I have Neighbors. I have Tyson. I have some question marks here at wide receiver. I have Love. So there's some risks to this team. This is one of my favorite teams I've drafted this year. Honestly, this could be a fucking shipper, man. It is upside all over the place. It's correlated. I'm buying into the Bills. I don't really love the Giants, but Jackson Dart is a stud, bro, if he stays healthy. And then Carson Beck for the late season. Guys, their schedule. Let me read you this Cardinals playoff schedule, fantasy playoff schedule. They have at home against the Jets, at the Saints, which I have a lot of correlation with, and then they're at the Raiders. Jets, Saints, Raiders is the Cardinals fantasy playoff schedule. That is what's up, man. Like this is lovely. We have correlation with this Giants, this Giants Cowboys game with Flournoy. Fucking banger of a team. Give me your grade. We have an A- from Jay. Appreciate that. The Jedi squad. Brock Purdy, Jared Goff, and Tua. I like the Tua pick in this situation. Bijan. I got the Bijan correlation. Hampton, Tony Pollard, Brian Robinson, Jaden Blue, Kalen Black, and George James. Kind of monopolizing this situation. You should get one of them. If CMC goes down, dig it. Olave, T. Higgins, Garrett Wilson, Jacoby Myers, Romeo Doubs, Debo Samuel, and Jalen Noel. Love the Noel pick. Kittle, Kelsey, and Freiermuth. Really nice, balanced approach here without putting too much capital in. You should get a touchdown every fucking week in this tight end group. Love this team. Love this team. Notes, I guess I'd say, is it's a little light at running back, I suppose, but I like Tony Pollard. After that, it falls off, but you took upside shots here, specifically right here in Thomas and Jaden Blue. Pretty solid-ass team, Jedi. He's been driving some bangers here. Buddy Man. Who is Buddy Man? Is that is Ryan? That is Mike or Ryan? Who is it? I think he's in here. I have a lot of names to figure out, so I don't think Buddy Man's in the community, but drop me a line, bro. Let's go to McCall squad. Trevor Lawrence, Tyler Shuck, Watson, and Kirk Cousins. Mike, Buddy Man here. I'll go back and give your team a review if you want, man. We're having a celebration. It is the 1-year anniversary of the streams. We just had the 5-year anniversary for the show. Tonight is the one, well, technically yesterday, last night, but 1-year anniversary for the stream. So I'll toss you one, buddy. What I don't love here, I wish you had Shador, man. So since you have Lawrence and Shuck, like Watson and Cousins are probably both starting the year. They're both losing their job. So you don't need the early season stuff. One is fine. If you had Shador and Cousins, it gives you that insulation for one of these guys starting later in the season, which you want to have 3 all season if you can help it, especially with not the strongest top guys. I like both these guys. Something I would have done there. But the early season, you're definitely really strong at quarterback. Chase Brown, Corum, Manungai, Marshawn Lloyd, Ray Davis, and Samaje Perine. So you waited at running back quite a bit. But, okay. So Mouse sniped you. It's upside shots, though. The Ray Davis pick was essential. And I like the upside shots you took here. I'm not a big Lloyd guy, but it's looking pretty good right now. Chase, Smith, Flowers, McLaurin, DJ Moore, banger 5 here. And I like the upside rookies you have here with the news for Bateman. Surratt looks nice. Zach Branch is a speed merchant. Isaiah Likely, Gatson, and Darnell Washington. Pretty nice team all around. I would grade this team a lot better if you had Shador, though. I know you got sniped, but other than that, I know it's your first Superflex draft. Not terrible, man. There's a lot of upside in this team. And the wide receivers are banging, bro. The top 5, banging. You could actually fucking flex some of these wide receivers in super flex for sure. Shut up, McCullough. He's the man. Sploosh. We got Hurts, Prescott, Baker, Kenneth Walker, ETN, Jadarian Price, Jordan Mason, Tyjae Spears, Tank Bigsby, Ted McMillan, Devontae Adams, Mekhi Lemon, Alec Pierce, Matthew Golden, McMillan, and both McMillans, and Wicks with Gunnar Helm, Parkinson, Stowers, and Spamford. Love this Spamford pick. He is not going to be owned anywhere. He's probably the 2, brother. Probably the 2, and I do kind of like the player. He's an athletic dude. So having 4 makes some sense here. And Alec Pierce, Matthew Golden's fine as a 5. The running back room is pretty strong. Tank Bigsby is necessary. He took upside shots. So floor, touchdowns, upside with 2 studs. And quarterback room is really strong. So you see some of the lacking stuff with the receivers and running backs. But Hurts, Prescott, and Baker, dig that. I dig that situation. You got some correlation for sure. And a unique team. Sploosh knows his fucking shit. Let's end with Mouse team last. Let's get to Buddy Man Squad. And we have Joe Burrow, Matt Stafford, Cam Ward, and Jameis Winston. You know, I should have probably considered going Jameis Winston over, and I could have waited forever, right? Over taking Carson Beck. I had Marvin Harrison, but I think it limited my upside, but helped my floor. At that point, I wanted to go all in, but the price on Winston is really nice with the concussion history and stuff with Jackson Dart. Pretty smart pick. Really good quarterback room. I don't hate that pick at all. Saquon, Kyron, Scatabo, Bucky, and Seth McGowan. Savvy Seth McGowan pick. DJ Giddens is probably off this roster. Injury stuff. I don't know. I kind of like DJ Giddens out of Kansas State last year, but I love Seth McGowan. Guy would have been a way higher draft pick if he didn't go to prison. Older rookie. It wasn't prison. I think it was jail. Either way. He's not going to be drafted in a lot of these leagues. So, and you have... Okay, you don't have Daniel Jones. Either way, definitely a player that we want to get in these bigger tournaments because he's not going to be owned a lot. Parker Washington, Chris Godwin, Michael Wilson, Diggs, Boston, Lane, Fields, and Iowa Manor with Kraft, Johnson, and Ferguson. Really strong room here. The wide receiver room's scary, but in this format, I want to prioritize running back because it's 2 running backs, 2 receivers, and 1 flex along with super flex. So I prefer to flex a running back. So you can get away with starting 2 of these receivers. Again, don't love it, but you got some upside with Fields, Lane, Boston, floor with Wilson and Diggs and Godwin with Parker Washington. So, man, I love this running back room. Like, you're flexing a running back, so you only need to start 2 of these receivers. That's why this team works, Mike. That's why this team works. Sorry I forgot your name, bro. Buddy, man, I was telling everyone, this is the cutoff to be an OG. If you're ever considering joining the community, it's the night right now while we're on stream or even before I go to bed. I'll make you an OG. You get grandfathered in for everything. All the prices never change forever, even in 5 or 10 years. Get 50% off. If you want to do it, get 50% off. Use the code PRO in the Patreon. Links in the description. And get you in the community, get you in the Discord, all the awesome perks. Would love to have you, man. Great way to support the show and also join all these awesome people. I think you dig what you see. We dig you. So let's get to the last draft. Our last team. This was the last draft. Mouth. Let's see what Mouth cooked up here. Mouth, the mad scientist with 4 quarterbacks. I actually like it. Willis, Darnold, Geno, and Shador. You get some late season stuff with Shador. It covers you with sort of potential Geno shutdown or Malik Willis getting hurt or whatever's going to happen there. But pretty balanced quarterback room. I like that. McCaffrey, Breece Hall, Gainwell, Charbonnet, Emmett Johnson. This is a little thin for me, but Charbonnet should give you some support later in the season. Emmett Johnson's an upside shot. The wide receivers should be good. What is this? Puka, J-Mo, Casey, Shaheed, Adonai, Judy, Bell, and Cooper Kupp. Tyler Warren, Laporta, and A.J. Barner. I don't know. This team looks like it's lacking juice. Is it just me, or is this lacking a little juice? I feel like you're missing a player. That's the way to go about it, Mike. You want to, you can only start 2. And again, if this was full PPR, yes, we'd want to have a wide receiver in the flex. That's just the way it goes. This is half PPR. So as long as you get 7 or 8, like, they should hit enough. Even if they're bums, like, you're going to get a touchdown from like 2 guys, which gets your lineup, and then your running back room so strong. I do the same. That's kind of the way to go. I've seen a lot of stats about that as well. So I think this team's missing something. I don't know. I mean, the 4 quarterbacks took away 1 roster spot, but I don't hate that. Kenny Gainwell is your 3. and Concepcion is your 3, like, I guess Sam Laporta was a pick, but it's not like you reached on him. I feel like this team is just missing something. Am I crazy? Your last team was bonkers, but like Concepcion is your 3. Gainwell is your 3. Your third quarterback's Gino, which I guess is pretty strong. That's what it is. Gino costs you that. So you waited a quarterback here. That cost you a very pivotal player. Same with Shador. I think you needed it, but it's just missing a lot of juice. Like, I just want to look at my team and just kind of look at, like, yeah, I don't have a third quarterback, but I got elite guys here. Third running back for me is Judkins. Third receiver is kind of weak here, Marvin, but we do have Quentin Johnston. And then we have Loveland. So I really just think it's missing something, Mouth. And it probably was – I see what you're doing with not having the best starters here. But I think I would have just stuck with Gino. Or I would have gone ball. It would have been hard to go ballsy with just Shador. I would have stuck with Gino. And then I know it's 134. Like, what could you have got at 134? 134 is, where's Mouth? Right here. You could have got Matthew Golden. So Matthew Golden is probably the pick. And if you, I understand that you had, no, Matthew Golden's a pick. I know it's all week 11 buys. So you probably could have taken Matthew Golden, but you could have not taken Jerry Jeudy, right? Or I guess that's a stack. So who else could you have taken? There's got to be somebody else that got you more juice, right? So Algier, Wandale. Wandale doesn't have a lot of juice, but just make this Wandale. Make this Wandale right here in between. And maybe you didn't need it. I don't know. I'm trying to think of like how it didn't work. And it's a pretty balanced team, right? There's balance at running back. There's balance at quarterback. There's balance at wide receiver. There's balance at tight end. I guess I'm missing like some star power, something that really hits me. All in all, though, it is a pretty balanced team. And maybe that's just something that stood out to me. It's because, and I love Concepcion. I love Shaheed. Big Adonai Mitchell fan. I like some of the players. It's just missing a little something. But solid team. I mean, you guys are all drafting bangers. We're all having fun. Appreciate Mouth. Guys, again, check out Downtown Sports. I'm looking at the sub number right now, and it needs to get up to 50, like, so we can do streams in general. Do me that solid if you could. We're at 45. We need 5 more subs. Can we get 2 more by the end of the night? When we log off here in a minute or 2, just hop over there, Downtown Sports, and you'll see it. It says Downtown Sports, 45 subs. You'll see Mouse face in there and Beast face in there. Great program. Again, I'm going on there on September 1st with Iron Eagle. Me, Mouth Beast, and Mr. Iron Eagle, an all-timer, a regular guest on their show. Who better to get you tuned up for the NFL season than Iron fucking Eagle, the legend himself, who is calling all these games. He has his intimate knowledge of the coaches and, you know, the coaching staff and the players and injuries and just all stuff he's hearing. I don't know what he'll reveal a lot of shit because he's a pro. All right, that's it for me, guys. Appreciate everybody. Shout out to Sploosh. I didn't say Sploosh this time. I said Sploosh for joining. He's a fucking fanatic. And that's awesome. We fucking appreciate that. I didn't miss Sploosh is a drink from Holes. Splooge is just an acronym for jizz. So Sploosh I was wrong. Sploosh is the drink from Holes. But the name wasn't from Holes for the record. Okay, you got to explain that. I'll talk to you after this in the Discord if you're still awake. I want to get the story behind that. But Holes is pretty good. I think my second grade teacher read that book to us. And then obviously Shia LaBeouf, who's gone off the fucking deep end. But pretty awesome movie, dude. Pretty awesome movie. It's got John Voight in it. It's an awesome movie. It's got Rick Fox in a cameo. Rick Fox was Sweet Feet or whatever as the baseball player. And I always like Rick Fox. What a handsome dude Rick Fox is. As you know, this show's been going on. I'm just talking about handsome guys. Even though I do that when I'm not drinking and when it's like 10 p.m. So great show. Mike, appreciate you. Everybody else. Mike, I would love if you consider joining. Again, this is a good time. Make sure if you do, use the promo code. Get in there and become an OG. Join all these fine people. If not, again, appreciate the view, and I'm sure you like the video and everything else. Hell yeah, McAuliffe. Big drafts tomorrow. Definitely starting the slow draft. Another big part of the night tomorrow. 1 year anniversary tonight in the books for the streams. You guys kept me coming back. You kept me positive and that this thing can work. And also I just love hanging out with you guys every night. So again, tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Central. That is the first Fantrax draft back to back, 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Central. First one's 250, the second one's 100. So you want to tune in for that, or at least watch it back. And then Big Ray's coming on for some underdog drafts and some general conversation, football talk about sploosh or splooge or both. He's a doctor as well, so maybe he'll know the difference. That's it. Appreciate all the supers. Mouth, everyone else. Splooge again. Sploosh, you're the man. Love y'all. Love your life. Stay positive and respect each other. I'm out.